viewers. Okay, I know.
Just don't think about it. Just don't worry about it. That's not something you should be.
What if I wanted to say hi to one viewer?
It's you. If you have one viewer, it's just you.
Who says, now I am become death, the destroyer of worlds.
We think the Houthis is doing what Houthis fucking God-forsaken, violent pig dogs. Why am I held accountable? God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday from Twitch, Hasan.
This does fill my soul with glee, being a professional Hasan hater.
I just know he looks like he got stung by a bee on his face.
You're like the only person.
Why is he so skinny now?
It's me, your old friend.
He lost 100 pounds.
Klein. It's been a while since we've last.
I was gonna say something, but I probably shouldn't say it.
I've had 3 kids, all boys. I've lost 100 pounds, and
actually, I will say it. Actually, no, I won't say it. Never mind.
Probably a lot of you guys too. Actually, talking about there at the NRA meeting that's today in Texas. Someone should buy. Oh yeah, and I got a tattoo also, so I'm cool like that now. Left or right, I always thought that despite our differences, there was one thing we could all agree on. And what was that? That we love America.
Goddamn right.
Everything she stands for.
God bless America.
Mom and Dad.
He looks like he has cancer.
Sure,
shut the fuck up and salute the flag, you bitch.
I already did, you fucking Klein.
Thank God. Perfect union. Not tearing it down. The thing is, There's something kind of scary brewing in America. Communism.
So true, bro. Fuck communism. God bless. I'm raising my hand again. God bless.
I started
God
a
bless
show
the
a couple
country.
of years ago with my acquaintance, Hasan Piker. You might remember him from such classics as
America deserved 9/11, dude. Fuck it, I'm saying it. Yeah, kill them. Kill those motherfuckers in a video game. Sorry. Holy shit. That's not what I said. You dumb cracker bitch.
and of course, the Leftovers podcast, which was our show.
Rest in power, rest over
I
this
want
podcast.
that.
The antics
You want
of
the giant,
right.
the
Now,
Make
to be
America
clear,
Great
I
Again
knew
hat?
about all these edgy and
It's kinda funny.
controversial jokes at the time we made the show together, because who am I to judge?
There is Ethan Klein being a delightful human being.
That's my favorite man, Ben
if there's another
Shapiro.
Holocaust. If they start rounding up the Jews again, I hope Ben gets killed.
To be fair, that is a very funny joke. Being like, I hope Ben Shapiro gets rounded up first. That's a funny joke. I approve.
He
Is Ben
presents
Shapiro
himself as someone like me,
Jewish?
a left-leaning Democrat.
Are you genuinely asking that question?
Yeah.
He wears a yarmulke every day.
How am I supposed to say that? I don't think Shapiro sounds like a very Jewish last name. There's no Berg in it.
who supports
Okay.
basic things. And we went on making the show.
Anyone
for
who
about
knows
2
Ben
years, and
Shapiro
everything
knows
was
he's
good.
Jewish.
Everyone
That's
was
like
having
one of
fun,
his
the audience was
one of
having
his
fun.
things.
No problem. That
Oh.
was until this happened.
I guess
We were
that, you know
doing a
what, though?
radio
That lets
show.
everybody know. You do not listen to Ben Shapiro. Good job. Good job, Blake. Congratulations.
I just
not-
know his sister has fat tits.
You're not... There you go. You're not a Shapiro tard. Clap, clap, clap. Thank you.
For the first time, I noticed an inordinate amount of radical, hardcore leftists. I mean, I thought we were social democrats, not whatever this was. I don't hate the idea of like people who can be successful. I think it's good that people can achieve success in the term monetary success. I mean, that's what that means, right? I do. You know, there's nothing wrong with that.
Because I see so many people in the chat saying no.
I don't know what y'all are tripping about. Like, what the fuck do you
What
want?
is the
I
idea
know.
that
Are you guys,
people
like,
are
Imagine,
looking for?
imagine your political opinion is so fucking retarded that you're literally like, actually, when people succeed, that's a bad thing, bro. That's bad. I don't fuck with that.
You guys are all like
Fucking
radical
retarded.
communists. There's that
Maybe if
many
I was a little
radical
jealous.
communists. Suck it, chat.
Wait a
You're
minute.
watching a capitalist
You don't like
pig.
when people
Deal with
succeed.
it.
Yeah, I do.
And
What the
then-
fuck are you talking about? I'm just
Well,
jealous.
that's
No,
fine.
no. Here's the difference between me and them. They want to tear down the rich and destroy them. I don't want to tear down anyone who's rich or successful. I want all of them to succeed. I just want to succeed as much as them. So when I hate watch people, it's like not even really hate watching. I'm just like, fuck, I want to live your life so bad. Like I want what you have. I don't want to get rid of what you have, but I also want to like exist in the same way that you exist. That's the difference. I'm not
When I hate watch people, I don't actually hate watch them because I don't care.
Then this happened.
You're just not a
this
hater.
comment from Hassan really started to sound some alarms in my head.
I'm a
If
mega
you're in a
hater.
socialist
Oh, the water is
country with multiple
invisible.
parties, and one of the parties is a capitalist party, which would surely exist.
Yeah.
What would you do if that party started gaining momentum?
The solution to that would always be education and offering more
Re-education?
re-education.
You're muted?
certainly,
I'm
and there
muted.
should be an enforcement mechanism,
muted?
and in that
Me
enforcement
muted?
You're
mechanism,
muted.
How do I unmute? Oh, fuck.
Was it the way you must have been what you muted? Is it the same? Did you never unclick the audio thing?
No, I did.
What does it? Does it say mic? Does it say mic/aux? What does it say there? Do you see anything when you talk?
No, I
Okay.
don't actually. No.
Change. Is your
Maybe
mic
it's
on?
stuck on the.
Yeah. Change properties and change your microphone maybe.
Oh. Oh, there we go.
When you talk.
Hello?
When you talk.
Oh my
do
god,
you,
I've been muted this whole time. Wow, that's so
Rip.
crazy, bro.
Rip. It's all right.
That's so crazy, bro. That's so crazy.
Whatever. It's only been like 10. It's been 5 minutes.
That's
It's
so
fine.
crazy, bro. No one's been here, so
I think like rehabilitation.
I
would
could
include
hear you, so it's
thank
fine.
you. Thank you, kind sir.
Thanks,
I
Reckless.
appreciate you, Reckless Byron.
Education as well.
If putting
Oh,
capitalists in
shit. Oh, fuck.
education
There we
camps isn't disturbing enough, I started to notice that Hassan was carrying a lot of water for communist states' war crimes.
The water
and
is invisible.
genocides.
What do you call Crimea? I call it a part of Russian territory, bitch. That's what I call Crimea. I call it Crimea River, a Russian river. The annexation of Crimea is absolutely a justifiable annexation. Tibet was literally a fucking feudal slave
It's just
man.
fucking retarded when he talks about being anti-imperialism, and then like when you have two examples of imperialism, of Russia doing imperialism and fucking China doing imperialism, he's like, yeah, but those are okay.
State,
Those are sick. Those are
I
base.
need an explanation real quick.
China
What explanation do you need?
What is annexation?
When you annex something is when you take over the territory and make it your own. So it would be like if the United States invaded Mexico and just was like, you're part of the United States.
The Gulf of America.
Okay, the Gulf of America is not annexation. Or changing the name
What
of
are
a
we
Gulf's not
doing?
annexation. What are you guys doing?
We are watching the nuke.
The content nuke on Hasan.
Yes, because he is a terrorist apologist and he likes to spread propaganda and
And I wanted to watch
hates
it.
Jews.
And I wanted to watch it. And then I brought you along.
Yeah, I'm forcefully held here, hostage. Here we are.
did them a favor.
That was one. I mean, in America, when I say something like this, people get very upset. You know, we talk about the Dalai Lama saying "suck my tongue" or whatever, but like that's not far from the norm in fucking normal Tibetan
No.
existence before the Communist Party came in and
So
took over.
China unilaterally took over Tibet,
Like
squelched
these are.
their culture. They basically are trying to, homogenize the culture.
If your culture,
They're trying to swell the religion and
the
the
part,
identity.
the part of
and they did them
feudal
a favor.
warlords and slavery, abolishing that, yes, I do think that is good.
No, China did them a favor.
This is a good way to describe Taiwan as well.
I know the other problem though is when you talk about like if they had slavery, which like even if you grant that they do, you should still probably be like, well, they should still have their independence. Like even if you go to war to end slavery, like Tibet should have been given its independence after you ended fucking slavery. Like what the hell?
Federal
They
government
both
going to the
have bigger
fucking
boobs
south
than me.
and killing, unfortunately not all of them, but a decent amount of slavers and defenders of slavery. This is violent retribution from a powerful federal government
Hold on, Tibet was a separate thing.
squashed.
I get that, yeah, but
Okay,
H3H3
Tibet
takes
is
are
the
not
South.
great either, TBH. I mean, it doesn't matter if H3H3's takes are great, right? The point of this video is to, like, shit on Hasan. So, like, look, you can bully H3H3. That's fine. I don't care. But it's, like, the main point... Look, I'm a Hasan hater. You know, I'm just going to admit it. I'm a Hasan hater. I'm trying to convert Bimby into a Hasan hater. So,
I just don't care.
I
just
care. I
The Civil
care.
War.
Yes.
And
I
most
just- his face
disturbingly,
is so
the
puffy that it
complete
really
whitewashing of the Chinese
upsets
genocide
me.
against their Muslim minority group, the
Like-
Uyghurs.
How do you
Look
think
at you.
Ethan
You're
lost
the-
all his weight?
Say again?
How do you think Ethan lost all his weight?
Probably
Do you think he's
Ozempic
anorexic?
and diet.
Oh, I forgot Ozempic was a thing.
Yeah.
Maybe. Never mind. I won't say it.
Okay.
Your death camps? Is that
It's not a death camp. They were re-education camps, and they are no longer in operation, according
true?
to the Associated Press.
Okay. I saw this
But, yeah,
crazy
they're-
documentary, and I don't know. I don't know the surrounding narrative or anything about it, but it was about there was doctors in the area. They would be able to procure organs.
No,
or-
that's no.
I'm telling you, they were in China with.
Dog, that one is like Shenyun,
They're like, we
Falun
could
Gong.
get from a Uyghur.
What's
But
that?
why is that really that crazy?
What's a Uyghur?
It sounds like a racist term.
It is not. It is a Muslim minority group in China that China was sending to I know at least re-education camps. H3H is gonna, I'm pretty sure he talks about like death camps.
Oh,
But
maybe that's why he's so skinny.
he talks about Uyghurs were sent to re-education camps because China wanted to like destroy their culture and then make them like homogeneously Chinese. And so they're all forced like into re-education camps basically. You got
Why
on
do you turn
pause.
people
The Associated-
Chinese?
On pause.
Oh.
The Associated Press quietly fucking wrote an article that didn't get a lot of coverage in mainstream media about how like, okay, well, all the concentration camps have been closed now. Like all the re-education
Tucker
camps are closed
Carlson.
now
Yeah.
in fucking.
Also, this point is so stupid where he's like, all like, imagine your source for being like China's fine now is being like AP saying, oh yeah, the concentration camps were closed. They were there, but we closed them.
Xinjiang, and it's like very different.
Tucker
very
Carlson
different
looks like a
vibes in
Lego figure.
Xinjiang, and now it's.
What do you mean?
It's the tourism.
He got that
hour.
Lego hair,
Let's-
that Lego build.
A Lego. So he's just rectangle and then like circle head, and it looks like you pop his hair off.
Yeah.
See what the Associated Press actually
I said
had
because
to say
Hasan,
about
for the
reason
most
why I
part,
said that is
has
because-
stayed
but-
consistent, but Ethan has gone back and forth. His main audience was completely different like 2 years ago. I can't be mad at someone for like changing their views though. Like, I can't be mad at that. Like, if Ethan Klein was more like edgy right wing guy, which like seems like he was, whereas now he's just like a sock dem. Like, I can't be mad because you changed your mind. Like, Hasan's consistently shit. I mean, he's not consistent, but like totally consistent. But I would say he's
The
consistently
articles
shit.
from the last 2 years. UK independent body reports China committed
Like, you
genocide
can't-
in
yeah.
Xinjiang.
Like, you can't be mad at someone because they changed their opinion. Is my like overall point.
China sanctioned a U.S. research firm and 2 individuals over a report about the human rights violations in Xinjiang.
It's the tourism hour.
To China's fury, UN accuses Beijing of Uyghur rights abuses.
Tourism hour.
Uyghur County in China has the highest prison rate in the world. 1 in 25 people is in a Chinese prison.
It's the tourism hour.
48 Uyghurs detained in Thailand for almost 11 years are on hunger strike to protest their imminent deportation to China, where they face imprisonment or execution. Not only does this AP article seem not to exist, reading the AP proved exactly the opposite. Hasan has happily eaten up the Chinese propaganda on this and has regurgitated it to his mainstream audience. Why is he defending China's genocide of their Muslim population? How does this even make sense? It only makes sense if A, he's being paid, or B, he has the political complexities of a 5-year-old. I know America Bad is a meme that people laugh at online, but with Hasan, this does actually seem to be the beginning and the end of his analysis.
2 principles. Let me explain to you.
I love
2
this clip.
principles that you should
It's so
keep
funny.
with you. Coming from a person who's Turkish, okay? When you look at a situation in the Middle East,
This is like my
you
second
look at
stream.
what the local government is and who the Western forces are. Never align with the Western forces. So when I look at other countries, I look at
It's
the regional
so
actor,
stupid.
whoever the regional
Ah,
power
it's so
player is,
dumb.
and then I look
Fuck.
at who is backed by the Western superpowers. That's a principle that you could take home with you. If you want to actually be moral or if you want to be smart about the way you analyze other countries, that's one basic principle that you can take home with you. All of a sudden, magically, you are above on your foreign policy analysis. You're going to be better off than 90% of people that look at the situation.
I need to pause. The reason that you're gonna get an earful today, Blake, of me telling you things.
Calling me racist? Do you make any?
Oh shit! I got distracted. I didn't mention why he like you maintain. Well, okay, whatever. We can
Attempt
just
to
skip
modify.
it or not. But you know what? So my understanding, the reason that you maintain like anti-Western stuff is because there's this whole like, oh shit, now I'm on stream starting. Let me go back to gaming. Is because have I told you about dialectics, babe? Or no?
I know what dialectical behavioral therapy is.
Okay, that is not what that is. It's about the like Marxist like dialectical process where you need to have like the antithesis to Western power, like Western hegemony. So like part of the reason you have to support like non-Western forces in like Hasan's mind view is just because like you need to undermine liberalism like in the world at all times. Even if you think like liberalism's better overall, you would still have to like support these like anti-liberal processes because through the like thesis of liberalism, the antithesis of the other forces, so supposedly they'll synthesize and like slowly bring about the like destruction of capitalism and bring about socialism, even though I think Hasan probably wants communism, but that would be like the reasons. Like even though you could say like, oh, by all metrics, like the West is probably better than like China or Russia, you still have to support China and Russia because you need to like you need to change the material conditions and shit like that.
I've not looked at my chat.
moderate that.
have
Why am I
not
saying
looked at my
Hasan
chat
is
at all, but
anti-liberal? Because he is. He's anti-liberal. There's literally
Yeah,
there's
I figure
literally
he hates liberals.
he hates liberals.
Yeah.
So like, and I mean liberals. I guess I should also qualify this. When he's talking about liberals, he's talking about like capitalists. Like people who support capitalism generally. They might support like just general welfare. And like one of the reasons I think he hates liberalism is because if you ever talk to like any communist, they all hate liberals, especially like because of fucking Lenin. And they
I think
hate.
the more you watch the video, he talks about hating liberals.
Yeah, but he like specific. So yes, I'm pretty sure he has a clip in this video where he talks about hating liberals, but specifically because liberals are like the hegemony. He's very liberal though. He's left wing. He's not liberal. No,
He's opened it, but
I
don't
don't
you have
even. Is he
moderators?
left
Do you
wing? Because
care
I
at
think he
all
hates
about what your
leftists
audience
too.
no, he's mega left wing.
There's about
there's
me.
32
That's why he's like a socialist, and he's really a communist. He's a
I thought he
communist.
hated socialists too.
No, he hates He
1,000 people in here
Don't
right
worry.
now.
I'm just trying to tell you guys how it feels.
He's
And I'm
basically what he does is he like pretends he's like a liberal sock dem, which like liberal requires you to support capitalism, just as a statement of fact. If you don't support capitalism, you are not a liberal. Hasan doesn't support capitalism, he's not a liberal. That just like a categorical claim. And he just hates liberals of like left-wing or right-wing liberals. I guess reckless, the confusion might be in America, liberal just means left-wing. But when we're talking about liberal, especially in like Hasan's context, we're talking about just broad stroke, like you support individualism, you support capitalism, you support like democracy. Stuff like that is just like blanket liberalism. And so it's very like status quo. Like even today, there's like plenty of Republicans who would be considered like liberal because they support capitalism, liberal democracy, and individualism. And liberal democracy is like separation of powers, a kind of democracy. So Hasan doesn't support that stuff. Or at least he doesn't support capitalism, and he also doesn't support individualism. Separation of power, government, maybe. I don't know. Like I don't know his government structure that he would want other than just not capitalism.
You don't care that
Maybe if you watched the video.
Yeah, sorry.
You don't care that people in your chat are saying, "Who the fuck is this child? Cold,
Ethan,
arrogant, fine as
Ethan,
fuck."
I love you, but there's only so
moderate?
much I
And
can
How
do.
can you be surprised when your Discord is literally full of fucking?
Ethan, I love you, but there's only so much I can do if you're making that argument. You know that, right? Like
Hasan's chat had been calling me a Zionist, baby-killing genocider. Maybe it is unreasonable that I'm asking him to moderate his chat for a friend. He doesn't even know where I'm coming from because it's not something he would ever ask for.
and all these other content
Where
creators
does Ethan live? Is
actually,
crazy.
you know, whipping their communities when their chat is going fucking absolutely bananas over random dumb shit and bringing my name up for no fucking reason. That you were just allowing that shit to run rampant in your chat. And I thought that was fucked up.
Fine as
Ethan,
fuck.
I love you, but there's
you
only so
moderate?
much I
And
can
how
do,
can you-
especially as someone who thought we were fucking friends. I think that's a reasonable expectation for someone who you consider to be a friend.
The problem wasn't that he was pro-Palestinian, because I share a lot of those views, and I've been a stalwart supporter of the Palestinian cause for many years. The problem with Hasan's coverage, and a lot of people like him, was their complete lack of empathy for the Jewish people who were frankly slaughtered by Hamas. He refused to show even a crumb of empathy for the Jewish victims. But listen to what this guy has to say.
As you might have seen, there was some sort of rave or desert party where they were having a great time until the resistance came in electrified hang gliders and took at least several dozen hipsters.
That's crazy.
But I'm sure they're doing very fine despite what the
Wait, what?
Okay, so let me explain what's happening. So in the October 7th attack, basically what happened was that there was just a party happening in Israel, like near the border. And so Hamas came in and killed, I don't remember how many people, but they killed like a bunch of civilians who were just partying. And then they took a bunch of hostages.
I remember that.
Yeah. And so
And
this
they were like killing people and like, raping people or something.
that is correct. And so this guy is currently like making fun of and celebrating like, oh, they killed a bunch of hipsters who were partying, these liberators. And so even if let's say you say like Israel is an oppressive force against Palestine, which is like whatever, I won't dispute that. The idea that this in any way like justifies just killing people who are just regular civilians having a party, it's like patently absurd and disgusting. So basically this guy is like not justifying it, but like through the act of making fun of it, he's basically just justifying being like, haha, we just killed some oppressive Israelis, even though it's just like random civilians having fun. Like it was an act of terrorism. There was no attempt to like undermine these, to like attack specifically like military active individuals. It was just like, let's kill people and get hostages and do bad shit.
And what is the definition of terrorism?
I'll just look up the
it's killing civilians for like a political thing, right? Something like that.
Yeah, there's usually like specifically to create terror. Terrorism is the use of violence against non-combatants to achieve political or ideological goals. Yeah. So it was an act of terrorism because they targeted non-combatants, the civilians, to achieve the political goal of like undermining Israel. So even if, again,
it reminds me of that one movie that came out recently in December.
I don't know
What was it called? September something.
I don't know, man.
Was it called September? It was about like the Olympics and how in one year the Olympics there was these terrorists who, I think it was it in Israel or something? I don't remember. No, I think it was in Germany. Yeah, it was in Germany, and these terrorists came and they started killing like, I think it was Israeli like Olympians, like coaches and shit.
Damn.
And they took them hostage, and then in the end, everyone just died.
People...
Wait, hold on. I can look this up. I letterboxed it.
People are not a fan of Israel. They do not like Israel.
I think it's honestly very topical for the situation. Where does it go?
I'm resuming while you look it up.
It was September 5th.
That's insane, right?
I don't even. Yeah. Okay. Like.
Okay.
I'm
just criticizing people.
Like he's just so unwilling to fucking criticize a dude making fun of people who died. You can make an argument whether he actually upholds his views or not, but which in today's society, which economic system do you think is more common? Can you rephrase the question? Which economic system is more common as capitalism? Because every country except for like North Korea is fucking capitalist now.
About it. I honestly felt at times that he and his audience barely thought of Israelis as humans. This dude just called babies militants.
No, I understand. And there are baby settlers as well. But there are baby settlers as well. There are babies in the settlements.
Maybe the only place where there's not capitalism is maybe there's like a handful of like weird feudal places, but I can't think of any off the top of my head.
Running defense for Hamas is downplaying the violence, specifically the sexual violence, which he's done a lot of.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like,
I don't know.
Change the dynamic.
What do you mean? Yes, exactly.
I mean, even this much. So that's the other part of this problem that many people can't contend with. Like, the Palestinian resistance is not perfect. They're not like so good. They have magical bullets.
I'm sorry about the rapes.
Is not perfect.
They're not perfect.
They're not, like,
Hamas isn't
so
perfect,
good. They
bro.
have magical bullets. Is not perfect.
Of course.
Because
But why was
remember-
they raping people? Why
Because
was they raping people?
they're just bad. That's it. That's the reason.
As like, if you're
You-
trying to make a point, I guess killing is one thing, but raping?
Yeah, no, the whole point, basically, the justification you're going to hear from people like Hasan is that being, like, if you're an oppressed group, there's really not any, like, bad way to fight against your oppression. And so then they'll say shit like oppression or, like, I don't know, like, rebellion isn't perfect or whatever. And, like, they're suffering from apartheid. So it's basically they just, like, are rape apologists. They'll either A, say the rape didn't happen, or B, they'll be like, if it did happen, it's fine because they're being oppressed. Where you could still, again, you can very easily just, like, it's not hard to hold these, like, two views in your brain to be like, rape bad, don't rape. Being oppressed bad. But if you're oppressed, that doesn't mean you get to rape. Like, this is not a, do you believe in climate change? Yes. Like, that's not a hard, like,
But what is climate change?
that is not like a hard needle to thread.
Gazans have lost a
But
lot
what
more
is
than
it?
Israelis. 40,000 people have
When
died.
the climate changes
neighborhoods
in
have been
temperature
completely
due to
flattened.
human
I know what you're saying.
interference.
You're fucking over this
And while
man.
we should keep their plight at the top of our minds at all time, it also doesn't mean that we should disregard the lives of the Jewish people who are also affected by this, even if their suffering on the whole is not as great. Some of you may know that I'm an Israeli dual citizen. My wife is Israeli, my kids are half Israeli, and my entire in-law is Israeli. I lived there for 5 years, and I grew a closeness
That's a lot
with
of
the
ears.
country
He has
and
really
its
big
people.
ears.
One of the biggest issues between me, Hasan, and his community
These are
was
normal.
that I am in favor of a two-state solution, while
Maybe
they
I have
are in
big ears.
favor of a one-state
You have tiny
solution.
ears, actually.
Their theory is that after the October
he has
7th
big
attack,
ears.
Israel should just dissolve its borders and
Maybe
let Hamas
now that he's skinny,
enter
his ears
Israel
look smaller.
unrestrained.
They're bigger.
What do you think Israel should have
Maybe.
done in response to October 7th?
Instead of indiscriminately bombing Gaza, I think the first thing to do in that situation would be to dismantle the government in the way that it existed, like get Netanyahu out of power.
Okay. So you're
80
saying Israel in
85%.
response? Hold on, dude. You're saying in response to this terrorist attack, Israel should have dismantled their own government.
First set of actions would be to democratically take
I
Netanyahu
froze.
out of power.
Wait,
Yeah.
shush.
The problem
Oh.
is
Did you fucking hear what he said?
I'm frozen.
Oh, what happened?
I'm frozen. My
She's
stream's
dead.
frozen. My stream's frozen.
I don't think it is. I think you're fine.
It looks frozen on my screen.
I will check. If you believe in climate change, you can agree capitalism is the current dominating economic system. You agree that capitalism has a lot of major issues that it cannot address. I don't agree with you. No. What do you mean
I'm
it cannot address?
frozen.
Then you have to move towards social democracy and towards communism. No, I disagree that capitalism has a lot of
Wait,
major
please.
issues. Well, capitalism has issues, yes, but they can all be addressed. I reject this notion. I am a filthy Lenin. Well, I'm not a reformist because reformists were like Kautsky people, but you know, no, that's wrong.
Wait.
Capitalism has continually be reformed. It can obviously be reformed. Like there was at one point Lenin was prattling on about how the monopolies are going to destroy capitalism through its own through like the accumulation of wealth into the hands of a few. Monopoly's been broken up. No, you're just wrong. Like capitalism can obviously be fixed constantly because it's been constantly fixed. So no, I reject that completely and totally.
I have not been paying attention to a single thing because I thought I was frozen,
that
but it looks
Israel's
like
been at
I'm
war
back.
with its neighbors for 70 plus years.
Wait, but what did he
And
say that you were saying?
it
What did
makes
he
a lot
say?
of
What?
He says if you believe in climate change, which I do, and you agree capitalism is the current dominating economic system, which I do, and you agree that capitalism has a lot of major issues, which I can agree with that cannot be addressed, and I disagree with that fundamental claim. The other thing is, like, there's no reason to assume that social democracy or socialism or communism would be able to address climate change. There's no reason to assume any of that. Like, you're presenting this binary that, like, oh, social democracy will somehow fix climate change. Like, I'm sorry, people in manufacture, like, people aren't going to vote to fix climate change. They voted for Donald Trump. Like increasing democracy in the workplace or in the economy does not suddenly make climate change go away. That's stupid.
So
sense
reckless
that there'd be some
Byron. Are you a
Trust them.
communist?
Is it really insane to think that Jews, as an ethnic minority in Israel, would not be safe? After all, Israel is a country of refugees. If the Jews didn't come from Europe after the Holocaust, they came from the surrounding Arab countries that expelled them in massive amounts following the 1948 war. In fact, there was more Jews displaced than Palestinians during the Nakba. 1 million Jews. All of these surrounding Arab countries had vibrant Jewish communities in huge number, hundreds of thousands. Now, if you look at them, you're looking at close to, if not literally, 0 Jews left in these countries.
Just to give you an idea, here's a visual representation of the Jewish refugees after 1948. Morocco had 265,000 Jews. Now it has 2,000. Algeria had 140,000. Now it has about 50. Iraq had 150,000 Jews. Now 10. And I want to give a special shout out to my boy over in Afghanistan, one known Jew. We know him. We love him. He's the one Afghan Jew.
They were forced to
One
leave their
guy,
homes,
the
their
one goat.
lives, their property,
so
and
alone.
migrate to the only place in the world that would accept them, which was Israel. The irony of this whole situation is that after the 1948 war, when Israel won the war to declare its independence, the Arab countries got super anti-Semitic against their own Jewish citizenry that had nothing to do with Israel. And as a result, they kicked them all out, 1 million plus of them, and forced them to go the one place they hated the most, Israel. And now those same people that forced them out of their homes are telling them they don't belong there. So if the Jews of Israel
I don't like that
are
his head looks so
surrounded
big
by
on his tiny little
Islamic
body. I
militant
think he needs to be
terrorist
fat.
groups that have stated their goal is
To
to
go back to being
annihilate
fat.
Israel as a Jewish state, and considering the historical context
Were they doing
of
the Nazi salute?
Jews being
Yes, they were.
pogromed from Arab countries, is it really that crazy for them to not feel safe as an ethnic minority, even a little bit?
And that's pretty much the entirety of our disagreement. Despite what you've read on TikTok and Twitter, I've donated $6,500 to a
I
Palestinian
think current
charity
caste
after the
system
war
is
started.
flawed and can't
Hey,
address its
Ethan
issues
Klein,
without
hey.
reforms. Okay. So it sounds like we agree. We just agree to like the like level of reform
The
needed.
dono. Ethan Klein gave $6,500.
Like you could literally just be like, in America, it's illegal to use non-green energy, and like that would solve the problem, and still have capitalism, and like you'd be done. And I reject these like critical theory things where it's like, oh well, the capitalist system in and of itself reinforces the use of like non-green energy because oil is gonna have like too much lobbying power and blah 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 blah. Like I basically reject all of that.
I reject it.
My goat.
Yeah, I
Thank
do.
you, Ethan.
Condemned Netanyahu as a war criminal.
They're led by Netanyahu, who should
Like, it's
resign
maybe
in
a
disgrace and go to
possibility, but
prison for being a war criminal.
It's just like
Called the
capital liberal democracy, capitalist countries have been the ones that have like historically pursued green energy. So I just don't like, I don't know why I would bother believing that
Bank settlements
we couldn't
an
do it.
abomination.
Settlers in the West Bank are religious zealots. They're monsters. They're genocidal.
I've even
The
said
problem
West
right now
Bank
is with Donald
settlers
Trump
are
in
valid
office,
military
and he's a
targets.
dipshit.
When you talk about like colonial settlers and stuff, like that's what's actually happening in the West Bank right now. And these people are more or less valid military targets, in my opinion. My only crime is wanting a two-state solution instead of one, and thinking it's not okay to kill Israeli civilians. That's it. That's why they're calling me a Nazi Zionist. And because of Hasan and others spreading this malicious lie about my beliefs, I'm even getting harassed on the street.
So how come you don't like Palestine?
Bro, imagine.
No, you don't.
Fuck, bro. Imagine being this fucking cringe. Imagine going up to somebody in their car with their window rolled down and being like, yo, bro, what the fuck's wrong with you, dude?
Because, bro,
I would just
you're-
roll my window up.
wasn't she in the
I
IDF?
agree. I would have never bothered with my
damn,
window.
That's crazy.
Mandatory service.
That's
She's born
sad.
there.
That's terrorism, bro.
She was born there.
That's sad. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're ugly as fuck, bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro.
Look in the fucking.
You look like a fucking rapist, Ethan. Feel bad for you guys. Ethan Klein, bro, you're
Hot
ugly
calling a
as
pillow black, I
fuck,
suppose.
Bro. You're ugly as shit. You look like a rapist, bro. I'm tired of all these coward Americans. in the
Well,
South.
His
You
way,
live in a
his
universal
handle,
healthcare.
his fucking handle is dating and money. That's funny as fuck. Do I believe in universal healthcare? I don't know enough about healthcare to really have a firm opinion. It wouldn't surprise me if like the best would just be like a healthcare that everyone can get while still allowing them to have a private option. So just like make Medicare or Medicaid better. I don't really see a reason. But again, I don't know like anything on this topic, so I will not take a hard stand. You can push your preferred choice, which I'm assuming is universal healthcare.
Oh, I'm American. Oh, you don't even run your own country. You don't run your own country, bro. You don't run
It's
your
the
own
Jews, the
country.
Israelis.
Foreign country named Israel runs your country. Oh my God, bro! I love you, Hasan. Can I give you a hug, bro?
I'm so sweaty, bro.
I love you, bro.
Eddie's best. Eddie loves Hasan, bro. Fucking elders of Zion, bro. The Jews control the world. They control the media. They control us. Fucking stupid.
Why is he sweaty?
He's out and about. He's in a jacket. He's a sweaty boy.
Okay, 3, 2, 1.
Hold on, I think I look gay now.
Okay.
The funny thing about me,
I think I look gay in
I
that.
don't like terrorism, and I don't like terrorists.
So fucking
If they're
stupid.
Jews, Christians, Muslims, they're all bad. What is terrorism? It's intentionally targeting civilian population for political goals. I don't like it. None of it. And over time, I started to
I
read
don't
that
like
my co-host,
terrorism.
He
Yeah.
really likes terrorists.
But see, Hasan likes terrorists.
They do musicals.
I mean, you're memeing. You're like memeing on him like that's like no shit. And then you go to Hasan and Hasan's like, let me show you some terrorist propaganda real quick.
They're musical people.
Yeah,
Are you
that's
serious?
It's pretty not good.
You think I made this? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan. Taking on these ships, they started targeting the ships.
The people on this helicopter right now?
Yes, they're streaming this. Yeah, they're flexing.
What? And
What?
they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand, this is a deterrent. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing.
You have to understand, terrorism, when you attack civilian vessels, that's a deterrent, okay? It's part of big brain foreign
what Luffy would
foreign
do.
strategy.
You should tell him that.
Luffy.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
Why is he comparing it to?
Let's just say, but they are a terrorist organization. Like they're designated.
Because anime is cool, and he's just like One Piece.
Designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well,
He is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining
How'd you end
how
up here, Bimby?
How did you end up here? You haven't said anything. I'm here. I am being held hostage to watch this video. I've already watched it. I'm not gonna lie to you. So I feel like I have nothing more to say.
What? You didn't say it though.
I mean, yeah, Hasan is the propagandist and he likes terrorism and all of these things apparently. Allegedly.
Sorry, what do you mean allegedly? They showed video clips of him doing it. What do you?
Well,
you can't
I
go.
don't know,
I
I'm
don't
just
know.
here
You
just
can. What do you mean allegedly? You can't go. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
What do you mean you don't
I
know?
Like, what if it's just a funny hee hee ha ha moment?
It's
like, what
not.
If it's like, what if this was all what do they call that?
Post-ironic.
Like, sure. No, if it's post-ironic, that just means it goes back to being unironic.
Right. So then, what are you saying?
It was ironic, and then it becomes not ironic.
So what are you saying? I don't
know.
So does he support terrorists or not?
Funny hee hee ha ha. It's a little. Maybe it's
What-
a little funny hee ha ha.
So it's a funny. The funny hee hee ha ha is showing a terrorist propaganda video, and then
That is a
being
little
like,
strange.
and then
So he shows
and
the
then
video.
no,
He shows the
hold
video
on,
to his friend.
hold on. And then when pressed about it, he says they're just musical people.
Wait, I didn't. Okay, sure, yeah, but I don't fucking care. I don't fucking care. He shows the video to that guy, and then he leaves the room. He tells him it's a music video.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm not gonna lie, I haven't been paying attention. I don't know where we're at. I just been kind of
No, that is exactly where we are.
Okay. So
You've
he
been
leaves the
looking
room
at
and then comes
yourself,
back and
you're
he's
just
like,
I'm so cute, hee hee.
Well, I've watched it, so now I'm just like, oh, hey.
Yeah, so just
Hey.
it's okay, don't worry.
He's hiding his power level to
I'm also
funnel
just trying to watch it,
normies into
so
radicalization.
that's another thing.
I
You
think
need to
that
pause,
in
you
the
need
short
to bring
term,
in your commentary.
in order to
Ask
combat
me
against
questions.
that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form.
What do I want to watch?
I
don't know. What do you want to watch?
Hold on, let's go. I want to go back like a second.
And then
Well, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done.
Then I saw clips like this where Hasan is explaining how he's hiding his power level to funnel in normies into radicalization.
I think that in the short term, in order to combat against that, you have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda. You want America, in the way that I feel about it, if you want America to get out of the way for places with more revolutionary potential to do what they would normally do, I think that one thing you have to do is advocate for a lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond
right,
social democratic idea.
I just wanted to put emphasis on the.
Okay, you see that? This is why he is not a liberal.
He's a self-proclaimed propagandist.
Yeah, he's a self-proclaimed propagandist who's literally saying he promotes a lesser version of what he believes to try to get people down the pipeline into communism.
Yes. Yes, this is true.
Which is why he's evil. Fuck this guy.
The exact point.
That's a little scary. It's a little manipulative.
Funnel where, for example,
yeah, a little scary, a little manipulative. He's only the biggest political streamer on Twitch. Not actually the biggest political streamer though. And because when you look at like the biggest political streamers on election night, he was number like 8.
Who was the biggest?
Some right-wing guy. I don't remember. Steven Crowder was number 2, which was fucking crazy.
So how did that pinata end up here?
Yeah, how did it end up there, huh?
You've seen my beautiful pinata. He's been here. I love him so.
That didn't answer the question.
I don't know what to name him, so that didn't answer the question.
Yeah, how did it end up there? Blake, why is the pinata there?
How does anything end up anywhere? If you really think about it, how did we end up here? And how did Hasan end up there? And how did Ethan Klein get skinny? There's a lot of questions. And sometimes pinatas just show up.
I see. So it just one day it was there and it stayed there. Interesting.
Yes. He doesn't have a name, so if you want to help me name him.
Hasan and JT catch them while they're young, as they say, and then they start looking into this new idea, etc., and then move forwards through the funnel, get more and more informed, get more and more radicalized. You do your part in the funnel for the cause, or whatever the fuck you want to call it. You're doing, in my modest opinion, a great thing for the cause.
Now listen to Hasan during our very first conversation lie to me about how he's a social democrat to hide his power level.
We should move towards a Sweden-style economy or a Norway-style economy, which would be a social democracy.
You have to advocate for a much lighter form of propaganda.
With robust social safety nets.
Cold radicalization funnel, catch them while they're young, as they say.
And protections for workers, like higher unionization rates.
A lighter form, while simultaneously still doing agitated propaganda that goes beyond social democratic ideas.
Hell, he's proclaimed it loudly that he is a self-described propagandist.
I'm a propagandist.
Well, no.
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a
you
propagandist.
I'm just saying. I'm going to play you.
I'm saying I am.
Okay, well then I want to
I'm
play.
saying I am.
I just
before
want to
you even play it.
A propagandist is much more than someone with a bias. It's someone who knowingly lies to further their political agenda.
And then I had a terrifying vision. Had I been duped? Was Hasan presenting a Trojan horse to my community, where he was just a left-leaning Democrat like myself, and as he said in the previous video, was funneling them into radicalization and turning them against me.
Liberals are some of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet, dude.
I learned how much he hates liberals.
Dude, I hate. I
Maybe
just.
he
I,
did take Ozempic.
dude, I do. I just.
See, there you go, reckless. Now we're here.
I hate.
He had to have. I'm assuming. I mean, my fucking brother was on Ozempic, bro. Ozempic works. Ozempic's goaded.
Them.
Your brother is on Ozempic?
Did he secretly despise me this whole time?
I'm sorry, dude. I hate liberals so much.
Did this man sit next to me for 2 years and pretend to be my friend?
Dude, liberals are a burden on this planet, dude. Liberals are the most like scummy, vile, fucking idiots. Liberals are incredibly stupid. I hate these petulant liberals, dumb fucking liberals.
What else is someone this sociopathic capable?
Why does he hate
liberals
me so
are
much,
some
Blake?
of the easiest to manipulate people on the fucking planet.
Was I being manipulated?
He's talking about hating
this whole
liberals. Why does he hate me so much?
Because he's better than you.
Fuck!
time?
How dare you?
That was my fear anyway. Regardless of his true beliefs, that broke my trust in him, and I pretty much ended the show immediately. And I felt guilty for my participation in mainstreaming Hasan. And for that, I apologize. I should have done more research, and I should have looked more deeply into who I was getting in bed with before they gave me chlamydia. Sorry, Hila. Over the past year since the show ended, I continue to watch Hasan.
That got you. You brought up chlamydia, and you're like, oh shit.
Promote.
Chlamydia is pretty crazy, bro. I never had it, but
and every time it
I know
happened on
bitches
Twitter,
who have.
And it is bad. It ends up real bad, real gross, real nasty.
My friend was bleeding for 3 months, and she did not know she had chlamydia.
What the fuck? How? What?
She was in a relationship.
So you're bleeding for 6 months.
I said 3.
Or 3.
But also, she just thought her period was going on for extra long.
That you still go to the doctor for that. If your period's gone on for more than a fucking week, you should probably get that look. What the fuck?
Some periods last longer than a week, bro.
How long? A month?
Maybe.
What the fuck? I didn't like that information. You're
Well, and then her boyfriend convinced her that she got raped, and that's why she got chlamydia, not that he cheated on her.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Okay.
She's better now, though. She's a lesbian now.
That's good. And she cured her chlamydia, I hope?
Yeah, you take antibiotics, and then the chlamydia goes away.
Okay, thank God for your friend. Holy shit.
which I would say, man,
Yeah.
this
I didn't
time
expect
surely
I didn't expect a story out of the chlamydia thing. Okay, goddamn.
he went too far, and someone's got to do something. But as the time went on, nothing happened, and his views got more and more radical and more disturbing. I feel it's my obligation, after mainstreaming someone like Hasan,
Welcome to my
to
chat,
take
Reckless.
this on. And so it was war. Nuclear war.
I stand before you following the
Your audio's
footsteps
low, by the way.
of intellectual giants.
One thing we've
as
been hearing for
nothing
weeks.
but a
Fuck.
simple man.
Now,
A simple man.
How do we fix that?
That's mine. I'll deal with it.
You're an important, influential voice to a lot of people.
I'm an idiot. I'm a dumb bimbo. I don't know
My
what
mic
I'm
should be
talking
fine.
about.
I
He's a
feel
dumb
like.
bimbo? Pause this shit.
As a matter of fact,
What?
Pause this shit. He said he's a dumb bimbo?
That is what he said, yes.
What does he know about bimbos? What does he know about bimbism?
So you've personally offended him? Or he's personally offended you?
A little bit. A little bit. What would he know? I think he has a little bit. You know what they say? I've been reading this book. I've been reading this book. It's called The Picture of Dorian Gray. And they said that intellectualism is like ugly, and to be hot you must be brainless, and that's why priests are hot.
Okay. Okay. So he's... but he is stupid, so... What do you think? Do you think he's stupid or not?
He seems to know a lot about a lot of things, like he knows definitions, so that requires some amount of intellect. Perhaps you disagree with his politics and his views, but does that make him retarded?
Yes.
I don't know.
it out.
Either way,
'cause I make content out of it.
not a
I
Bimby.
think it's funny.
Saying your mic in the video, you just turn up Bimby. Oh well, I can't make the video louder and make Bimby louder. That's just like how it is. My mic should be fine.
I'm just loud. I feel like you do just sound a little bit low.
Okay, I can
Is it
turn.
on my side? Maybe I need to fix that. Hold up.
Okay. I mean, yeah, I can turn up my mic. I'm already in the red though.
Oh
Like
no,
I
you're
literally.
you're max on my Discord, so we're going back to
I'm down to keep the video just a little quiet. I'm okay with that. That doesn't bother me. I mean, my
Can you
mic's
do that?
already high, so I don't know.
Oh Jesus fucking Christ.
And there are baby settlers as well.
Can you just shut the fuck up, bloodthirsty, violent Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen.
Well, doesn't fucking matter if rapes happen.
See, rape apologist.
Thank you to
Told
ExpressVPN
you.
for sponsoring this video.
Hell no.
ExpressVPN
Skip
is an
this
app that
shit.
lets you
Skip.
change your-
Skip this shit.
Meanwhile,
I'm
at
not
Twitch
watching no
HQ, the marketing team
ads.
is strategizing on a
Bitch.
new advertising vertical.
My friends at Twitch headquarters, the executives.
Rising
You
streamer of the
can't
month.
have your voice too
Hasan,
loud
nice
because
to see
people
you,
can
Frogan.
turn down,
Front row.
but they can't turn it up
I
past
am here
100.
to
I
present
know.
to you
I feel like I don't know. I don't really have complaints. I've had people watch me and they don't complain about the audio, so I don't
extraordinarily
know.
exciting
Well, maybe
opportunity.
a reckless
We have not
Byron
tapped
knows
this
more
market
than
yet. Now,
your
don't panic,
filthy fucking
okay? 'Cause
loser
you're gonna want to panic when I tell you,
viewers.
but listen and learn.
Like I don't know. On my phone, I sound fine.
On my stream?
No, I'm just saying on my phone. Like if I bring in my stream on my phone, the audio's fine.
Billions of dollars.
What about my
Eager to
stream?
spend it.
Maybe
Your
I think he's
your
watching.
stream is fine.
I feel like you do sound low, but you're
People
100% on my
Not
shit.
us. Terrorism.
How do I turn this video down?
Terrorism.
How
Twitch
do we
is
do that?
perfect. You could broadcast it straight into the veins of 18 to
the bottom right-hand
35-year-old
corner of this
men.
audio.
So here's what I'm suggesting. Hasan Piker. Yeah, we'll get drinks after the show.
Stop
Now
having
you.
her fucking shit!
He's
Oh my god, what are you doing? Enough.
such a great guy. No, you. Give it up for Hasan Piker, everybody. Happy birthday, buddy. This dude can package anti-Semitism and anti-Americanism like nobody else. In fact, you guys got him on the front page. And he's doing terrorism for free. Basically, gentlemen and gentle ladies, Frogan, you look good today, girl.
Babe?
Girl, you look good. Great job on that Arab tier list. That was good. How much we get for that? Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Twitch! Here's the thing. With help from people like Hasan, terrorism is like in the eyes of the beholder, right? They're not terrorists. They're... Go ahead. Go ahead. He knows.
He looks like a mouse.
Freedom fighters, guys.
That's
We're
that. All you just
fighting
keep you
for
just keep saying
freedom.
he looks like he's got big ears. He looks like a
What
mouse.
about the rapes
He's
and the
bullying.
murders?
Oh, come on.
Don't mention that. Dude, what's wrong with you?
Doesn't
And
he?
another one.
I don't think
The
so. No,
resistance
I think he
isn't
looks pretty
perfect.
normal.
Right? You gotta crack some
Okay.
eggs, man. Hasan, you know Socialism didn't buy you that car.
If I knew that this is what communism would be in 2024,
Oh, he looks like a
I
mouse
would not
too.
bother with this shit. Really.
Lenin.
A Porsche is the symbol of the capitalist excess.
Lenin. Or sorry, Stalin, not Lenin. My bad.
I was gonna say that doesn't look like Lenin to me.
Yeah, it's
This
Stalin.
idiot is a socialist. Forget a religion. Hasan is the opiate of the masses. Straight to the gulag for anyone subbed to this idiot.
Oh, it sounds good in my stream. Hi, yeah, watch me. I'm
Or that
cooler
designer
instead.
dog.
This breed's stunning fluffy coat comes with a price. Chow Chows shed
fuck
all
no.
year
Very cute. by
That
the
is
way.
hilarious. I don't. Is a Chow Chow actually a designer dog? Like I don't know. I feel like that is fake. There's no way. Like that is just hilarious if he actually bought a
feel
designer
as
dog.
though it is probably true that it would be a designer animal. I mean, like look at teacup puppies. They're designer.
Chow Chow.
Oh my god, my legs are dying.
Designer dog. How expensive is a
If
Chow
you could
Chow?
have
2,000.
any kind of dog, what kind of dog would you like? Not you. I already know what kind of dog you want. I'm
Wow,
asking my bestie, Reckless Byron.
But those are expensive. The point is, we have the biggest political streamer on our platform.
Racism, bigotry,
that is
patriarchy, white
influencing
supremacy.
media and influencing young kids everywhere. If we can normalize
Bro, the
terrorism,
fact that he had a talk at Oxford pisses me off so fucking much.
You know who went to Oxford?
Who?
Oscar Wilde.
Damn, that's crazy. Oscar
You know what
Wilde,
Oscar
just
Wilde
like Hasan
wrote?
for real. The Dorian Gray thing.
Yeah.
Damn.
And then he went to prison.
Why?
And then he died.
Rip.
Why did he go to prison?
Yeah.
For being gay.
Oh, that's not good.
Yeah. There was I think it was the Lesbo Share Act, and it put people who partook in gross indecency into prison for 2 years with or without hard labor.
That's fucked up.
Yeah. So he got put into prison for the picture of Dorian Gray. I'm very certain the picture of Dorian Gray is one of the reasons they created the act.
Damn. That's not good.
Yeah, and then I think it got taken away around 1956, though.
Oh, that's good, I guess.
It was around for a while.
Indeed.
if we could rebrand it, then fuck the U.S. Navy. You know how much those guys don't pay shit. You see the Army ads on Twitch? The Army is fucking broke, dude. I'll tell you who loves America more than the Army. Qatar. Well, I don't know if love's the right word, though.
Is it Hasan's birthday?
Big CPM's coming out of Qatar. But you kids love anime,
It's a reference
right?
to the fact that Twitch
Can't get enough of it.
sang happy birthday to him and sent a video.
But look at what we've already done with Hasan.
Oh.
You're the fucking man, dude. Happy birthday again, man.
Why is he
No, we
dressed
got a
up
big
like
party
that guy
for
from
you
that
after.
one anime?
No, don't do it.
I don't know,
Let's
is that
wait,
an
because
anime
we got a
convention?
big party and a cake and everything for you after in the back. Prostitutes,
I went
too.
to one
I'm
of
telling you.
those.
That's part of the past.
You did.
Look what we've done already.
He posted
This
it on
Houthi pirate.
Instagram.
That's the Houthi twink.
Please,
That's
this
right.
guy's a fucking terrorist. He literally tweeting out he wants to kill Jews and put their heads on pikes. And somehow, not somehow, because of his genius, we have rebranded the Houthi fucking pirates, the Houthi terrorist organization. Yeah, the Islamic fundamentalists. Death to America.
He put
Curse
the
upon the
spike through his
Jews.
asshole
That's
in
right.
his mouth.
That's the Jolly Roger
impaled
of
him.
this man here. None other than Monkey D. Luffy. So let's get out there, guys. And let's make
Anime.
2025 our biggest year, guys. Come
Pog.
on, guys. The resistance isn't perfect. The resistance isn't perfect. Yeah, let's get him. If you want to know where on the political spectrum Hasan sits, take a look at a recent media analysis by
I love this.
Fonte, which rated Hasan as the most extreme
I hadn't
left-wing-
seen this graph until like days ago. Like I was watching a different video and they brought up this graph. This graph is literally so fucking beautiful. I love this graph. I don't know how like legit it is, but
Okay, explain why you like it.
because it puts Hasan on like it makes Hasan the left wing Infowars. Like they put him under containing misleading info. So basically like he's incorrect. And he's not like he's incredibly like all of his coverage is super left wing. So he doesn't like so it's like
So
clearly
he is a
super-
leftist.
Yes.
Oh. Now
Cut
we know the
AR. It's
truth.
cut. Yeah, he does. Yes, I did fucking. Yeah.
untrustworthy media source on the internet.
Cut
Now, to give you an
AR.
idea,
He said
is
Qatar instead of Qatar.
Infowars. Now, I'm not going to sit
Cutter,
here and
I
tell you
hardly
that
know her.
Hasan loves all terrorists, but what I will say is that there isn't many he don't like. Let's start with our good friend Luffy here and his organization, the Houthis.
And yes, this is what it looks like. They are hiling Hitler.
The Houthis are an Islamic military group. They're known for their cruel measures, forcibly
That's not
recruiting
good.
child soldiers,
do that.
shelling
Don't do
civilian
that. Don't hail Hitler. It's a very low bar, but somehow the Houthis fucked it up and they hailed Hitler.
Hey, I mean,
areas and blocking food from entering
fucking
already
Elon Musk
famine
really
ridden parts
enjoys
of
doing
Yemen.
that too.
They've
so.
also set up landmines
well,
in
Elon fucked up as
agricultural
well.
spots, making the field
Excuse me, it was the Roman
Women
salute.
have virtually no
which
rights,
is
and homosexuality,
which is
of
where they
course,
got hiling Hitler. Yeah. So
is
Excuse me, it's the
punishable by death.
Roman
That
salute.
might get rid of leftist values. Now, just how little rights do women in the Houthis Yemen have? Well, according to this, there's been 1,181 violations committed by Houthi rebels against women, including torture, rape, and murder. So,
not great. The Houthis have a very wholesome flag, as you can see here. It says, translated,
Real
Allah Akbar,
artist got AI
death to
slop
America,
art.
death to
I don't give
Israel,
a shit.
and
How
a
do you
curse
know it's
upon the
AI?
Jews. And that's all of them, not just the ones in
I
Israel.
don't think it
and
is,
of course,
but I
victory
also don't
to
care if
Islam.
it is.
I get amused when these terrorists are like,
Which part
we hate
is
Jews.
AI?
We want to kill Jews. And then people like Hasan are like, you're fucking racist for saying that they just want to kill Jews and they're terrorists, man.
What you meant to say is Hezbollah is Muslim.
You're not thinking deep enough about this topic.
My criticisms of the Houthis slogan do not factor in to what they are doing. Of course, it is anti-Semitic, but contextualizing it matters. Yeah, it's really interesting because like that is such Western-focused propaganda. Like for a Palestinian to arrive at anti-Semitic opinions, okay, they don't need to read Mein Kampf.
It's so fucking funny, bro. Imagine having to defend anti-Semitism, just being like, bro, they were so... don't you get it?
In mind. I do want to know. I've never read Mein Kampf.
Oh, I almost forgot. The most.
But I wonder
They
what
brought
is
back
inside
slavery.
of Mein Kampf.
I've never read it either. He just complains about the Jews and him being in prison, I'm pretty sure. I think that's like the Cliff Notes version of it.
Hitler was in prison?
Is doing,
Yeah, he wrote Mein Kampf in prison. He was in prison for like 2 years.
When was he in prison?
I don't know. For like 2 years. I don't remember
And
why.
was that before or after?
That was it was obviously before he took over and killed all the Jews, because then he killed himself, so he didn't really have
No,
time to be in
bitch, I
prison.
wasn't talking about that. I meant like pre-fucking art or post-art.
Oh, it's post-art. He was already he got like arrested for some political activity. He like destroyed some shit or something.
Oh. So
Goofy would do.
That lines up with
is
leftist
Hasan
values.
Hitler?
He's supporting a group that Sig Heiled and hates the Jews, and part of their slogan is a curse upon the Jews. So, is Hasan Hitler? No. Does he support a group who hates Jews and hailed Hitler? Yes.
Right. So these guys are clearly the bad guys. So my question is, how does Hasan cover such a genocidal, violent, misogynistic, homophobic, terroristic organization?
Oh, you want to see a Houthi musical? Sure.
Yeah.
These were the people that the Saudis were killing, by the way. Just so you know, these fucking musically gifted individuals.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm
So
sorry.
weird.
I'm gonna grab my food. Yeah.
We're back, boys. More terrorist propaganda.
Oh, I should have guessed that.
I'm so confused.
Just fucking leaves him with terrorist propaganda. It's so goddamn funny.
That's so weird. If my friend did this, I'd probably leave.
Yeah.
I'd pause it. He's like, oh, you left me. Why'd you leave? We can still watch it together.
So fucking good, bro.
That's right, my friend. Hasan
How is this
played
allowed on
straight up
Twitch?
Terrorist propaganda without even being there to
Well,
analyze.
technically, it's against the terms of service to play terrorist propaganda. But if you're Hasan, it's
But
not.
because he said it was a musical and not terrorist propaganda.
No, it's because he's Hasan. It doesn't matter what you say. If it is, it is. But Hasan doesn't get banned, so or like rarely.
Analyze it. Surely this must be against terms of service.
Is it 'cause he
Twitch
brings
does
in too
not
much
allow
money?
content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or
Well,
supports
also Dan Clancy, the guy who runs Twitch, has admitted he's a big fan of Hasan, and also made everybody in Twitch sing "Happy Birthday" for Hasan, and then send it
Twitch
to
does
Hasan.
not allow content that depicts, glorifies, encourages, or supports terrorism or violent extremist actions, actors, or acts. This includes threatening to or encouraging others to commit acts that would result in serious physical harm or significant property destruction.
And then, for example, you may not display or link terrorist or extremist propaganda, which he did. So,
Including graphic pictures or footage of terrorist or extremist violence, even for the purpose of denouncing such content.
yeah.
So
So even if like I played it and was like, these people are bad.
this is bad, but you can play it and be like, this is a musical.
No. Yeah. So basically, it just doesn't make sense. Like the point is that.
But I guess because he's not technically, he's just saying they're musical people. He's not supporting it.
Yeah, but he's
just saying
displaying.
they're
He's
very musical
displaying
people.
it full. He's displaying it at all. That's it. He's displaying extremist propaganda. So displaying it at all is a problem.
So
He should be banned.
why is Twitch allowing? Hey Twitch, just wondering, currently on your platform, what's the What's that?
terrorism or violent
Because the
extremist
rules
actors.
don't matter. The rules
For
are fake.
example,
They don't exist.
displaying or linking terrorist or extremist propaganda, even for the purpose of denouncing such content. Denouncing? Okay, but what's the rule for endorsing it? Is that okay? The answer is yes, as Hasan was never punished for this blatant violation of Twitch community guidelines. Got it. So denouncing terrorism is bad. Don't do that. Endorsing terrorism is good. Okay, got it, Twitch.
This is a 3-minute
I keep
video.
accidentally
of-
dancing to it.
What do you mean a music video? When you
That's
say
fine.
music video, I'm
As
expecting
long-
like
you don't support
bad
terrorists. You
example,
can dance
Chris
to their
Brown
music.
dancing. You know,
No,
Oh
no,
my
no.
god,
They do
guess what
like
time
what
it
is the
is? It's time
musicals?
for
They're
the
very musical
wish.
people. Are
No,
you, are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made
This
this?
isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their fucking like their
So goddamn funny.
their actions all the time.
Fucking God.
Hold on, guys. Hold on. I've got this. Instead of terrorist propaganda, let's call it musicals.
They do musicals.
Instead of
They're very
violent
musical
jihadists,
people.
They're very
let's
musical
call them
people.
musically
You know who
talented
else is
people.
musical?
They're very musical
else is
people.
musical?
This dick.
Are you being serious?
Guys, let's just use
Got
our
'em.
brains. Fiddler on the Roof, Wicked, Alexander Hamilton, man. There's no reason we can't put these Houthis on Broadway.
Well, they go, listen, you want to fucking bring a ship through here? We're going to take it. So that's exactly what the Houthis start doing. They start fucking sending in helicopters onto fucking ships. Bro, they fucking, look at this. They got the Palestinian flag that they painted under the helicopter, the Yemen flag. They fucking overtake.
This is
start
Fortnite.
overtaking the ships. And they're like, guess what? dog?
Terrorism
No
is
more
just like
trade to
Fortnite,
Israel.
bro. They're gonna get off
If
the battle
you are
bus.
sending ships into Israel, if you
telling
are
you.
owned by an Israeli subsidiary, if you're owned by an Israeli corporation, we're gonna take over your ship. You cannot fucking use this trade route anymore. Guess what, bitch? It's our fucking territorial boundary, and we're gonna enforce this until you stop doing genocide in Gaza.
So
His
let's
friend is
review his
literally
claims.
me.
His first claim is that
Just
the boat
staring,
is headed for
confused and
Israel.
concerned.
It's not.
Just like,
it's going from
yeah,
Turkey
it's completely
to India.
silent.
Next claim is that it's owned by an Israeli company. It's not. It's being chartered by a Japanese company, and the boat's owners are registered in the Isle of Man. I'd like to remind everybody that the crew that's kidnapped in this video has been missing for over a year now with zero updates on their health, whereabouts, or anything. That lines up with leftist values. Hasan's third claim is that this attack happened in their territorial waters, which is also a lie. It happened in international waters. Hasan is lying for the Houthis like he's being paid. And honestly, at this point, is he?
But if he is
So
being
I'm a
paid,
propagandist.
Well, no,
For the record.
I'm not calling
I'm a
it. I'm just saying-
propagandist.
This is like a hostile. They're streaming this.
Yeah,
self-proclaimed
they're
propagandist.
flexing.
What? And they're coming in hot with guns.
Yeah, but you have to understand this is a deterrence. Israeli
You can
society
show
is gonna
guns
start
on
getting upset.
Twitch?
They're gonna be like, I can't get
Yeah,
my
that's
treats.
not-
I
you
can't
can go
get my
shooting on
Amazon
Twitch.
Prime deliveries. What
Hold
the fuck
on.
is going on?
Why are
I
we
hate
allowed
this.
to?
Israel-
Why
Look.
are we allowed to play this propaganda? This is like propagandaception.
Yeah, well, as long as it's Hasan watching it, then we can play it. It's fine. We'll be chilling. Because then they'd have to
Why?
ban. Because then they'd have to ban Hasan over it, and they can't do that.
But they could ban us because, well,
They're
but
not
we're
gonna-
small fry.
They're
We
not
don't
gonna do
matter.
it. They're not gonna do it.
Israel sucks. I'm leaving Israel.
One
That's
thing
the
you learn
goal.
about Twitch is
I
that
find
its
it
rules
disturbing
are,
that
like,
Hasan
fake
thinks
and
that a
very
slowdown in
random and
imports is going to
poorly
cause Jews
enforced.
to flee
So the
Israel.
only reason they would
80%
ban
of Israelis were born there
is
and do
if
not
I
have
whip my
citizenship
dick out
anywhere
and
else.
start doing a
So where do you want them to
helicopter.
go, Hasan?
That
Back
could
to
happen.
pole?
Pause
I
it.
don't know how much.
I don't know how much y'all know about American politics, but us as the U.S. is an ally of Israel.
Yes.
Trump is pretty pro-Israel. It's why Biden ended ended aid to Israel before he left.
I don't think
Do
he
you
ended
think I'm
aid.
Canadian?
I don't think he ended aid entirely. He like made
Wait.
aid conditional based on certain things. Biden.
I'm
aid
so
Israel.
confused. Why would I not know about
Notifies
the
of a
United
planned
States?
8 billion weapon sale to Israel.
Is this Auschwitz?
Yes. Or like right here
Oh.
it says January. The BBC reported January 4th. Biden
BBC?
plans to send $8 billion in arms shipment to Israel. Like, no, I don't think Biden ended aid to Israel.
Oh my god. He tried to fall.
I'm pretty sure what you're referencing is he was gonna try to force Israel to like make concessions to stop the war, and to stop the war of Israel versus Hamas, which is fine.
What should I name my
Poland
snowman?
or back,
I don't know.
Poland or back to the Arab
Ozempic.
countries they were forced out of.
Israel sucks. I'm
should
leaving
name him
Israel.
Arabic?
That's the goal.
Ozempic.
By telling the Jews of Israel to go back where they came from, Hasan attempts to deny Jewish heritage in the Middle East. It characterizes them not as indigenous, but as white colonizers. This is despite the fact that 60% of Jews in Israel are actually native.
He ended it and
to the
then
Middle
brought it
East.
back after a while. Okay, you're gonna need to provide a source. I'm pretty well. One, it doesn't matter. I don't really care because he brought it back. But two, I'm pretty sure it was a conditional thing where he was gonna like end a certain funding. Like we're never gonna end aid to Israel because they are like the one functioning democratic, like the one functioning democracy in the Middle East. So it's like super good to have that as like an ally in the country. So
It's wild.
I'm revealing my card here that I don't like everything Israel does, but if you make me pick a side, I'm picking Israel. So
It's wild.
So these guys
I'm a two-stater.
Right? They did all of this.
The settlements are cringe.
Yeah, that looks like
Don't
a legit
destroy
helicopter.
civilian
It is a legit
infrastructure, but Hamas is also clearly bad. So there you
This is
go.
wild.
So they take it over. They take it over. They take it over. And they tell the people in the ship, usually like mostly Filipino people, Filipino crews.
Oh.
And they're like, all right, well, we got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
What an incredible way to characterize having a gun in your face. Hasan is asking us not to believe our own eyes as we watch terrorists hostilely kidnap the crew.
We got no problems with you, but you're coming with us. We're taking over the ship.
And once again, the crew is still MIA for over
We
a
got no
year,
problems with
prisoners to a
you.
terrorist
I
organization.
know, that's why
But
we put
don't
a gun
worry,
in your
guys,
face
Hasan
and took
says
over
they have
your,
no problem
your
with
boat.
them.
They're
They
like,
have no
all right,
problems
we,
with it.
we got
I know
no
them for over a
problems
year.
with you,
That's
but
right,
you're coming with
because
us.
they're besties. They're biffles.
What if they killed them and that's why it's been... That's me, bro. Oh.
This is a 3-minute video of... What do you do in music video? When you use a music video, I'm expecting like... Are you being serious? I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shit. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
Definitely very strange. Why would he do that? That's just...
I have a pet theory that Hasan's just that Hasan knows Nib's followers.
You have a pet theory?
Yeah, a pet
What's his
as
name?
you're so funny. But like when he brings on people like Nick, he's trying to like bring on Nick's viewers to his point of view, and then B, obviously try to like convert Nick to his point of view to like spread his message. That's
He's
my
definitely trying to convert his viewers. I mean, that's his whole goal. His whole goal was like
exactly.
the
So it's like
propaganda
if
thing.
he has another streamer on, he has to do it. But also like Hasan, the other thing is Hasan's just like inherently political. So like it'd be like if somebody comes on my stream, I'm probably gonna talk about politics. Like at some like there's a good chance it'll happen.
Yeah, I
eventually.
know, because this is all you talk about.
I bet Hasan's friend really appreciated being fed terrorist propaganda on camera.
But I wouldn't
Let's see
show
if he
anyone
understands.
terrorist propaganda because I'm not. I don't support terrorism.
And this
So
guy unironically put a terrorist propaganda music video on and then left the room.
Left the room?
Yeah, and I was just like, and the thing is, like, in hindsight, it's hilarious, But at the same time, I'm like, what is going on?
I don't know
here?
if
This
it's
is
hilarious,
wild to
bro.
me.
It's still weird.
But like, I just and like, he was like, yo, they're such great dancers. Look how
Oh
good.
my
I was
god.
like, okay. Wait, is that how it works? If you watch like a politics
I don't think he
TikTok,
likes
you get
him.
recommended Hasan right after? Is that how it works? Bro, he's all over this page.
I don't think he likes him.
you need to be
What?
friends with
That's
Hasan. He's too
crazy.
big for two-state solution. But I
I
disagree.
agree. I'm for two-state solution too, but I disagree that Israel is the only democracy in the...
I say we just meant region. I mean, what's another like? I specifically mean like functioning democracy. And hey, you know what? If there's more functioning democracies in the area, I'll fucking support them. I like functioning democracies.
Dude, Hasan be saying some wild stuff, man. So I don't know if we can.
Here's another.
But
incident
irrespective of that, like I would still, I'm like okay that Israel is a massive ally of the United, or that we're a massive ally of Israel. I'm chill with that. That sounds good to me.
Hasan enjoying some Houthi propaganda.
Is this the artisanal sniper rifle one? No, I don't think so. Is it?
I don't know, man.
There's one where they're making artisanal sniper rifles, and it's so fucking cringe.
I have watched a few ISIS beheadings, so.
I don't think they make sniper rifles in those. I think they just cut people's heads off.
No, I've seen a few of them where they shoot their heads off.
This is the kind of music video that they're coming out with. They got a beautiful voice too.
It's so fucking cringe. It's like the shittiest propaganda ever. It's just singing and dudes walking in the fucking desert. What?
He keeps calling it a music video.
I know. He's like, and bro, they're musical, bro. It's so fucking cringe.
Real quiet
it's some dude.
I don't understand why he has such a big platform. Is do people just like? Is this? I'm confused. Do people like watching?
Yeah.
Terrorism.
Babe,
propaganda?
he went to Oxford. He gave a talk at fucking Oxford. They
Well,
usually they only invite like actual intellectuals. It's crazy.
Oscar Wilde was an intellectual. You're right.
So it's like
I don't know what Oxford is.
it's just it's like a big famous school.
I know. I was lying. I didn't know what it was.
Okay. Or you didn't. You saved face. Whatever.
I done heard of it.
But yeah, it's just the like what anyone who's like anti-America, they just like gravitate towards Hasan. Anti like left-wing America. That's why I've been telling you. Everyone should just be a communist grifter. What?
If Oxford thinks he's an intellectual, that means he's an intellectual.
No, it means Oxford's
right?
wrong.
Which means he's not hot. Which means he's not a bimbo. Which means he's not brainless. And brainless people are the only hot people.
Oh shit! Fuck, bro, you connected the dots. You holy shit.
Just saying.
Saying. You're the real intellectual. Which means you're not a bimbo anymore. You have to change your name.
Okay, I'm not a... That rude as fuck. I'm not a bimbo.
You're bimby.
But you also just called me ugly. So fuck you.
I forgot. Bimbos are ugly. Whatever.
The
You're
fucking
hot.
mixtape.
No! Oh my god! You called me an intellectual.
You say that Jews don't sing and dance like
sorry,
that.
intellectuals
So
are
what
ugly.
the fuck do you call this? That's right, bitch. What the fuck you stepping on our shit?
Better be dancing.
Yeah, Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. The fucking mixtape.
Give me a lighter. America.
Unless.
You got a beautiful voice too. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude. Israel been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
Ladies and gentlemen, we got it.
Houthis been real quiet since this dropped, dude.
You.
Now we come
Bibi
to
making Rabin, and
our
Rabin's assassination
beautiful,
is
cute
there,
little
where I think the
TikTok.
issue is Rabin signed the Oslo Accords, and then that Israeli radical fundamentalist assassinated Rabin. Okay.
Who's Bibi?
Bibi Netanyahu. He's the what's it? Prime Minister, President of Israel.
This just sounds like a poem.
Twink. This hairless
So
young
much
man
going on there.
is the fantasy of every tween and Twix and all the boys and girls on TikTok. He's cute. He's got a mustache. He's a freedom fighter. Beautiful
I don't know if
eyes.
I call that
They
mustache.
call him Timothy Chalamet because he's a Houthi.
Bro, are we about to have a Houthi rebel on stream? Yes, brother. What do you mean? Excuse me. Of course I'm about to have a... I'm a journalist, okay? This is journalism. It's so weird. It's
Is
so
he a
weird.
journalist?
Motherfuckers want journalism, and when I'm trying to do journalism, they go,
He
why
says
are
he
you
is.
doing that? Bro, you are going to get banned.
He says
I
a
think it
lot
would
of
be
things.
ridiculous.
But you have to understand, when he talks about being a journalist, usually he means reading Twitter. That's usually the long and the short of that.
To do that.
Hassan now has the
Reading Twitter
opportunity
makes you a
to
journalist?
express his journalistic chops.
Hey, if
to
Hassan's
get
a
his
journalist,
boots on the ground
then
and
yes.
show us just how
I guess
good of a
anyone can be a
reporter
journalist.
he can be.
I'm doing journalism, chat. Does he know what One Piece is?
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
Sick. Yes. Yes.
Oh, but hold on.
Love you too.
To talk about the BB mocking Robin, I mean, maybe that's part of the problems, but the real problem started when Jewish people started moving into Palestine to try to make an Israeli state, and then like a million wars happened, and then every time we try to get them to have peace, it doesn't happen. And then there's like a war with Egypt, and like, so it isn't. I mean, yeah, that's probably like one tiny thing, making fun of like a leader. Like, yeah, maybe that was a tiny problem, but the larger problem is like 80 years of war. Starting even earlier, because settlers are moving even before the first wars. So like, it started like 90 years ago. I would wager making fun of a leader is probably very low on the list of why there are problems in Israel Palestine.
I love you. I love you so much.
We're big fans of the Yemen.
That wasn't even a heart.
I want to ask him about the knife. The knives
how
are
you know he's a
sick. What's
terrorist.
up
He
with the
couldn't even make
knives?
a heart.
The curved knives.
If
It was
one
like
of
a
those knives
Batman
comes out in front of you, it's
symbol.
not going
I
back
probably shouldn't
until
be
it has
making
blood
gang
on it.
signs.
Oh, okay. My bad. Well, I mean, I think it's cool though. That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
The crews on these ships, and they like win them over with
Hi,
their charm, and
Reckless
they make them hate
Bjorn. I'll
America
miss
and the US
you. You're my
government.
favorite. My first commenter.
I'm a
First
journalist,
viewer
okay?
really
This is
ever.
journalism. It's
forget
so
to
weird. It's
follow
so weird.
her.
Motherfuckers want journalism, and when
Yeah,
I'm trying to
follow
do
me.
journalism, they go, "Why are you
Bitch.
doing that?" What do you mean? I'm just chilling. We're just vibing. Yeah, we're just vibing. We're vibing big time.
Hasan uncritically interviewed this kid for about an hour. It was the most brazen display of disgusting terrorist propaganda that I have maybe ever seen in Western media.
What has happened to, does he know what has happened to any of the crews? Like, I heard they...
Hasan almost asked a good question, but it's actually leading to the most obscene part of this interview.
He's saying he hasn't spent much time with Chinese people, but one of the captain was Chinese, and he did qat with them, and he danced to music with them, and he was vibing. So he likes him, yeah.
So, what, I mean, what... That's so crazy. So they're just chilling with the captains? Like, I don't understand.
Ask yourself, why is he able to hang out with the captain and the crew of this pirated ship? Why would he even have access to that?
Like, imagine someone's like, yeah, bro, we're just chilling with this captain that's been kidnapped. And your response is like, you're just chilling? That's crazy, dude.
Hasan knows why. Of course, he is a Houthi terrorist. Instead of challenging him and demanding more details about these kidnapped and missing people, he just runs defense for this guy, acting like he doesn't know why that would even happen.
He's saying that they win over the crews on these ships, and they like win them over with their charm, and they make them hate America and the US government.
That's so funny.
It is super funny, the idea of kidnapped crew members who are being forced, probably at gunpoint, to do some death to Americas and maybe some curse upon the Jews. And frankly, the callous disregard for the well-being of the literal hostages is shocking, even for somebody that loves terrorists.
That's so funny. Is there a KFC there? They're everywhere. I don't think there's a KFC in Yemen, dog.
He says they have two.
Oh, they do have KFC in Yemen? That's crazy. Okay, that's sick.
Is there a KFC in Yemen? No way, dude!
Sad,
Holy
dude.
fuck!
Real journalism.
There's a KFC
I guess we
in
gotta go to
Yemen!
Yemen.
He's just
Gotta
like
try that
us!
KFC.
Gotta try the
Yemen
Yemenese KFC.
Yeah.
Does he know what One Piece
bet
is?
it's bussin'.
He's been watching it since he was a kid.
No way!
Yeah.
We should get KFC.
Yes,
Bro, KFC
that's
sucks. Why would I
fire.
ever get
That's so
KFC?
fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis, Ansar Allah,
How
is
dare
doing what Luffy would
That's
do.
just
You
true.
should tell him that.
You guys all remember Luffy's
We're gonna
flag,
get KFC
right?
and
Now
I'm
I'm only
gonna eat all
halfway
the
through
skin.
that show, so maybe I just
You're gonna
haven't
eat the
come
skin?
to it yet. But I do not
Yeah, all
remember
skin. All the KFC
Luffy's
skin.
flag looking like this. Predictably, there was some blowback after this interview,
And
Blowback.
Hasan went immediately
Hardly
into
know
damage
that.
control to rewrite history.
He said that he was just simply a Yemeni person and not a Houthi. Yeah, I mean, we don't even know
Bro,
if he's
this is actually so crazy how fucking hard he gaslit his audience into being like, he was just a teenager. I didn't even like what terrorist? It's crazy. What are you talking about? He's just a teenager, bro.
Houthi or not. He's a teenager in Yemen. The dude is neither a Houthi, nor a terrorist, nor a pirate, is not a Houthi rebel. They didn't fucking call him a Houthi
Hey, that's that
either.
one guy.
You want to know why? Because he's
Mudahar.
not one. He's not a Houthi himself. He's not a
that some
pirate,
ordinary
but
gamer.
you know, I don't think he's he's not a pirate. He has
I liked
reiterated the
his
position that
videos
he is not a Houthi. Trust me, bro, I'm not Houthi. Be for real. You sucked him off the entire stream. Not even a Houthi militant or anything like that. When I interviewed the dude,
he
who
a
they
political
still to
streamer
this day call a Houthi terrorist.
No, he just covers a lot of drama, and Hasan is just like constantly in drama, bro. You gotta milk
is Hasan
Hasan for that
constantly in
drama.
Why is he always in drama?
Because he supports terrorists. Like, people are gonna have problems with that.
Oh. Why is he still platformed?
Because Twitch is stupid and they are okay with that shit.
That doesn't seem very safe.
I would agree. Yeah, that's why there's
These
been like
children are gonna start becoming terrorists.
or at least they'll support terrorists, yeah.
Does this mean is he an anti-Semite?
I don't think he thinks Jews are inferior. But I do think he's totally willing. I mean, he obviously is willing to like run defense for anti-Semitic groups if they further his cause.
What's a Zionist then?
I think definitionally a Zionist is someone who believes that like Israel should be a state. But usually if someone's being referred to as a Zionist, it's just because they support Israel. That's usually what the connotation means. It's like Zionist has quickly become like pretty meaningless. And the other problem is Zionist can also be a dog whistle for just Jew. So like
So a Zionist, so a Jew is a Zionist?
No, there could be a Jewish person who doesn't support Israel and then they technically wouldn't be a Zionist. But it's just like, if you want the strictest definition, a Zionist is someone who just believes Israel has a right to exist. So like technically speaking, I would be a Zionist.
Wait, so and why wouldn't they?
Why wouldn't they think Israel has a right to exist?
Yeah.
Because the way Israel came about is like extremely
I
controversial.
feel like they've already been there for so long at this point.
Yeah.
Now what?
That's basically like the argument is that you've had like multiple generations of people living in Israel at this point who are like totally innocent, and so dismantling Israel is just like not an option anymore, and it's fucking stupid. So you're just gonna have to like get a two-state solution. Like at the end of the day, it's just over. But then they're all against Israel because they're like, oh, well, Israel came about through oppressor.
What about like, this feels like Ukraine versus Russia, kind of.
Maybe like a little bit, but like, I mean, you should support Ukraine because they're being like, Russia's doing like imperialism and trying to take over their country, and we should like stop that from happening. If anything, you would argue that like Israel came about through like colonialism and not maybe like imperialism too. But again, you would just be like, bro, it's been like 90 fucking years. It's been like almost 100 years since Israel, it's been like 80 years since Israel was founded, and like almost 100 years since like the process of Israel coming about started. So it's like, at a certain point, you just take the L and you're like, well, fuck.
That's a little sassy, bro.
Yeah. So if you if you think Israel doesn't have a right to exist, that's like kind of fucking insane and stupid.
So then, what's the opposite?
Anti-Zionist, pro-Palestinian. I mean, theoretically, like I would even like be like a pro-Palestinian, that I don't want them to be like killed and shit. And I think Palestine should exist.
I too don't want them to be killed. I don't want anyone to be killed.
Yeah, but the
Put
problem,
that on record.
The other problem though is if you support Israel, people are going to call you like a genocidal maniac because they think Israel's participating in genocide, which it probably isn't.
I don't support any genocide.
Yeah.
I don't support any.
It just the argument for Israel committing genocide like doesn't make sense considering Palestinian population has like continued to grow. So it's literally like based on that fact alone, it doesn't seem like a genocide. And as far as I know, like there are actual like racist genocidal people in Israel, obviously, but it's like Israel as a government doesn't want to exterminate all Palestinians. Like that's not really what they're about. So I would say Israel's almost certainly not genocidal. They've done bad shit, but to call them genocidal is probably wrong.
Okay. How much longer do we have of this video?
Like an hour.
What?
Yeah.
Tim Houthie's not even a fucking Houthi. I thought he wasn't a Houthi because he's not. No, he was just some fucking Yemeni TikToker. Random fucking Yemeni teenager. Didn't
Hey,
you
that's that
brand it
one
as him
guy
being a
in the
Houthi
corner.
interview though? Bro, are we about to
Destiny?
have a Houthi rebel on stream?
Rest
Yes,
in peace.
brother. What do you mean?
Gooned too close.
All right, let's just take Hasan's word for it and assume, okay, this kid is not a Houthi
Why are
rebel.
you
He's
relating
just some
him to
ordinary
Icarus?
Yemen teenager. Let's go ahead and
going
take
too
a
close
look
to
at
the
his
sun?
social media and see if that lines up.
barely hear
All
you.
right, let's see here. Tel Aviv will burn in the coming hours. Ready for sacrifice and eager for martyrdom. Maybe he's talking about football? Here he is singing a
Martyrdom.
song with the words, do you
Yeah, he's
threaten
ready to
us
die
with
to
what we
kill
are waiting
Israel.
for, son of a Jew? Meaning of Houthi is a title, and it's not something to fear, but for the Jews. They are very afraid of this title. The execution we will carry out on all Zionists, with the lovely depiction of a man impaled through his asshole and out of his mouth with a pike. Or, how Hasan likes to say it, a pike for a cut. Okay, why would he retweet this article called
Pike for a
Houthis
what?
Use Social Media to
slur
Boost
for
Global
Jewish
Prominence
people,
and
so don't
Support?
say it.
Israel falls. Wait for the new operation in Tel Aviv, the Jaffa drone, which no Israeli defense can stop. The ships we bombed and sank. I know the red arrow is supposed to be a cool military Hamas thing. This is a butt plug. Just saying. To every
Spiky
Zionist, I will
plug.
put this into your stomach. And let
Might
me
help.
state the obvious. Jew and Zionist is clearly interchangeable to this guy. Okay, but hating Jews doesn't make you a Houthi. Are you a soldier? Yes. That seems pretty definitive. You know what makes you a Houthi? Being a Houthi. At least one of the two of them is being honest about it.
The whole way!
Yeah.
That's sick. Yes. Yes. That's fire. And that's so fire. Oh my god. We think the Houthis is doing what Luffy would do. They're
really
tweeting
collecting
images
these
of a Jewish
photos.
person
He
on a
is.
pike. I don't understand why this problem can't be approached with nuance. Because he is a teenager in Yemen, dude.
Talk about the bigotry of low
How
expectations.
old is he?
He's a kid in Yemen, dude.
He's like
What do you
17 or
expect?
something.
Of course he's going to want to put a
He's
pike through a
17.
Jew's asshole
Yeah.
and through his mouth. That's just what kids in Yemen are like, man.
And also, what do you mean? It's just a person on a pike. There's no Jewish person on a pike on that photo, unless I saw something different.
Hasan claims this isn't even a Jewish person on the pike. How exactly is a naked, piked person supposed to look like a Jew for you, Hasan? You know what? You're right. Let me make it a little clearer for you. First, he needs a bigger nose, right, Hasan? Of course, he needs a yarmulke, the curly things.
God.
Oh, look, Hasan. He dropped his dreidel. He must
Oh
be
my
Jewish
God.
for sure. Or, you know, you could just read what he wrote, you dumbass, liar, terrorist-loving, propagandist piece of shit.
This is why this entire conversation is fucking idiotic. It's not a Jewish person. He said, this is, I think if we're, why am I held accountable for some random fucking 19-year-old in Yemen's tweets? What is
sorry, he's
happening?
19. He's
How many
actually
steps
10.
removed are we from this situation?
0? I mean, you platformed him, do you not remember? Did the check not clear something?
Bro, imagine being like, why am I being held responsible for platforming a terrorist? What the fuck?
When faced with
He
fair
doesn't make any
criticism for
sense to me. Like, I
coverage of
genuinely
the
don't
Houthi
understand. He
movement,
can't take
he
any
is a total
responsibility for
meltdown.
anything he's done.
I fucking despise all of you, dude. I do. I really do. I hate all of you. You successfully
you're
got me to talk
understanding.
about
You're
this.
understanding
and
the hate. Thank
my
God.
patience is like, my patience is running thin on this matter.
I mean,
The endless
I never
selfishness.
did not understand the hate.
The
I just
untapped well of American
feel like
selfishness and American individualism is in
I don't
full
care
display.
about him.
How is this the conversation that
So,
you want to have right now?
One of the
It's
most
just like-
cynical methods Hasan
just feels, like,
deploys
stupid.
to
It
sidestep
just
any
feels hypocritical.
criticism is
It's
to
a lot of
reflect to
zen
the
he has in the
ongoing
back.
genocide in Gaza. I've seen him do
What?
this so many
There's a lot of
times.
zen
He
in the
frames
back.
it like you are selfish for trying to criticize
Who?
him, no matter what
Zen.
the reason is, because there's a...
The like
What?
nicotine pouches in the back. You see those like tubes there? Zen packs.
Oh, that's what he was eating when he was talking to
Genocide
that
happening
guy.
Man, how
on
can you
the- when he was
criticize me at a
showing him the
time like
musical.
this?
Claiming that I am, you know, too pro Houthi. When someone is like focusing on that while there's an active fucking ethnic cleansing campaign happening,
Why do
he also
people find him
apparently thinks Twitch is
attractive?
liable for me interviewing
You're like the only person
Yemeni
who
teenager
doesn't
who's
find him
only
attractive.
known genocide his entire life.
You find him
in the middle
attractive?
of fucking talking about fucking genocide in Gaza, and this dumb fuck. Blow your nose, brother. Love you. Not trying to be mean. Just keep some tissue nearby and clear it out occasionally when needed. Much love. Fuck you, dude. My argument sucks? You think it justifies genocide? What are you, stupid? Everything that can be tangentially turned into like Jewish people are under attack is a decent way to just like drive discourse away from open genocide in Gaza. If your sole focus when Israel is doing a complete genocide in Gaza, if your sole focus revolves around that people are saying you're a Zionist, yeah, go fucking yell at streamers for not covering sufficiently the ongoing active genocide in Gaza instead of coming in here and fucking chirping at me.
It's quite a charge to just say I'm a stenographer of the Israeli government or I'm a propagandist. I don't think there's any evidence that I'm either of those things. I'm curious who you think I'm doing
While
the
we're having
propaganda
this
for.
conversation, 3,000 Pierce, while we're having this back and forth, 3,840 Palestinians have been ruthlessly slaughtered in the last incursion into Gaza. I feel like this is an incredibly selfish, self-centered conversation to have.
This technique is so powerful because
No, he's a
everyone's
journalist,
afraid of
damn it.
being labeled as a genocide denier. Pierce Morgan, with decades of experience, immediately surrenders when the genocide card is pulled.
When you're just a fucking stenographer, you're not a truth teller.
He has every right to defend himself and
He
grow
gets
up here,
really
Pierce.
angry.
Stand up for yourself.
You gotta have that
It's time to
passion.
stop
You gotta
being
get fucking.
intimidated by this online overnight
I don't
activist who
like
couldn't even
men
point
who
to Gaza
yell.
on a map before October 7th.
You need to
like
yell.
Hasan, for example.
Doesn't know where
Good
Yemeni-
video,
I
bro.
yell
You
at
make
him.
such
I'm
good
gonna click
content.
close.
Thanks,
I'm
homie.
I'm closing it. I'm closing it. I think I. Nope. 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 Got it.
He doesn't even
How
know
can
where
you claim
nothing's
to
at.
actually care about this genocide when you're willing to so cynically exploit it to sidestep any
Why did you delete
criticism?
that
What a
message?
bigot. Before we move
I don't
on,
want him here.
Hasan has one final taste of idiocy for us all to enjoy.
Now this kid is like, I think he was like 19 at the time when I talked to him. Which means that for most of his life, he has withstood genocide, right? Like he is a person whose only experience is like, it's literally like talking to fucking Anne Frank, basically. Okay, being able to talk to Anne Frank in real time.
To quote Anne Frank, I keep my ideals because in spite of everything, I still believe that people are really good at heart. Anne Frank continues to inspire generations of people because in the face of a genocide that eventually took her and her entire family's life, except for her dad, she refused to give in to hate, malice, and violence. And then there's this guy, who would have killed Anne Frank if he ever met her. You might think this is a sweet, innocent girl. Well, I'm happy to tell you guys we are working on a new edition just for you, Hasan. You should hear about the time she went roaming the streets of Berlin at night with a knife, slitting the throats of families, including children, babies, and the elderly. She's killed children, you guys. She even rapes people. She's just like Luffy. There is no other way to describe this than terrorist propaganda. Not only is he platforming terrorist propaganda, right, uncritically, he's participating in it. He's enhancing it. He is not just a conduit. He is an active participant who's disseminating it to more and more people in a way more consumable form. This is extremely fucked up. But why should he care? Their flag doesn't say death to fucking Turks. It says curse upon the Jews. Hasan likes to obfuscate on this and says nobody cares when Sean Penn interviewed El Chapo.
Sean Penn literally interviewed El Chapo. Exactly, dude.
Nobody is saying you can't have difficult conversations with controversial people. You just have to ask them hard questions, guys. We know this. Now let's move on to everybody's favorite terrorist organization, our friends in the north. It's Hezbollah. Where do I even begin? Thousands of civilians have been killed globally from their terrorist acts, car bombs, and suicide attacks. They even assassinated the Lebanese prime minister. They've hijacked civilian airplanes. They've shot 15,000 rockets into civilian centers. And if you can imagine, that's not even the worst things they've done. They participated in the slaughter of over 500,000 Syrian civilians to help a dictator, Bashar Assad, stay in power. They indiscriminately bombed over civilian centers, and they killed hundreds of thousands of civilians in what can only be described as a genocide. They are a designated terrorist group by the US, by the EU, and, oh yeah, the entire Arab League, which gave them that status after their participation in the Syrian genocide. In short, nobody likes them.
Well, there is one person.
Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization.
Do we like them or no?
So fucking crazy. Actually, so fucking insane.
They are a terrorist organization.
Imagine like helping the dictator who gassed his own civilians to maintain his power, like use chemical weapons, broke the Geneva Convention, and then they're like, these are freedom fighters, bro. Jesus. Fuck.
They are designated by the American state as a terrorist
Jesus
organization.
fucking Christ. So fucking disgusting.
How were you like?
I'm so
I don't have the
confused
issue
as
with
to
them, let's
why
just say.
people enjoy his content.
He's an angry, passionate man.
This is Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Hasan Piker, this
Another
man is a
Hasan.
brilliant freedom fighter. But
They're
before we
everywhere.
get into that, let's see about Jewish people. Here are some choice quotes from Hezbollah's leader, Hasan Nasrallah. According to Shaul Shai, Hasan Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious
So this is why
people."
it's like, when you asked me earlier, like, is Hasan anti-Semitic? I'm like, is Hasan individually anti-Semitic? Probably not. But is he like totally willing to rub shoulders with anti-Semites? Like, really bad anti-Semites? Like,
Doesn't that make you like
yeah, it's like
anti-Semitic bias through association?
probably like if somebody was like, look, I'm not a Nazi. I don't support Nazism, but I'm willing to be friends with Nazis and like if they help
feel like that's
support my
kinda weird.
cause. Yeah, that's definitely a weird thing. And I mean, the next quotes he's gonna like. This dude literally denies the Holocaust, like the guy that he's quoting. That Hasan
If you look all
who
over the
supports.
world, you will find
security
no
and
one
money too,
more
man.
miserly or greedy than they are.
I don't have an issue with them.
If we search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psyche, mind, ideology, and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say Israeli.
I don't have an issue
Bro,
with them.
instead of imagine, you don't even try to hide it. You're like, notice I didn't say Israeli. I mean Jews. All Jews.
All gathered in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after
Fucking
them
ridiculous, bro.
worldwide. The history of Jews has
Jesus
proven that,
Christ.
regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their
And Hasan
ideas.
supports
the
this.
state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jew. The murderers of the prophet. The Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue.
There you go. At that point, you're just like a neo-Nazi revisionist. If you're like, the Holocaust didn't happen, the Jews lied, then you're a neo-Nazi. Like, what the fuck?
Hot damn. And there's still an hour left of this?
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah
Like 40
based.
minutes.
I mean, listen.
Hoy vey.
Listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million.
What is an Orientalist perspective?
Perspective that's just not from the U.S., I think. What'd he say?
Orientalist perspective? Is he talking about Chinese people?
No.
Listen.
Oh.
You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you
it's like
by
othering. That's what he meant. He meant you're like othering people. Like when people were like Orientalists, they were like grouping everyone together and shit like that, and like not understanding them. That's what he means.
millions. Okay? Like, it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What
Half
the
these
fuck
dudes
are you
got
guys
knowledge.
talking about?
The more you learn,
This is why
the
it's
more you
Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric
Nah, it's just
baboons,
some
and
old-
like sometimes they get
Remember
this shit
fucking
right. No, dude,
the
he
knowledge
knows.
guy, Lamborghini.
It's crazy.
I don't know what you're saying. You're so low.
He's
Lamborghini.
read more books than you could ever imagine.
Lamborghini.
And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant a person in terms of like everything that he's done. You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like his opinions on on civil liberties and shit like that. But ultimately, this motherfucker
You might not
has
agree
read
that
a
all
shit
gay
ton
people
of
should be
books.
killed, but he's read books and he knows
I feel I've
things.
shown you guys enough evidence that Hezbollah's an evil terrorist organization, but have you considered...
So does Hasan support a group that would kill you and Oscar Wilde? He does.
What you meant to say is
That's what it was. The quotes on the screen were about how gay people should be killed, and that's from the guy who runs Hezbollah, and Hasan supports Hezbollah.
Hezbollah is Muslim. Okay? That's what you meant to say. What you meant to say is they're Muslim. So, of course, as they're Muslim, it's different.
If you're wondering why Hasan's audience is so radicalized, it's because of stuff like this.
Israel, America's greatest ally, the most important country in the world, the most moral nation, the most moral democracy on the planet, is ruthlessly and mercilessly bombing southern Lebanon, including southern Beirut.
What did Lebanon do?
They just kind of were there. They happen to be Israel's neighbor.
You're kidding.
Yeah.
Even as someone who's critical of Israel, this retelling is fucking insane.
They just kind of were there.
Hezbollah started launching rockets into Israel hours after the October 7th raid began. They launched 12,000 rockets, killed nearly 100 people, including 12 children, and displaced 250,000 Israelis from northern Israel. That's what caused them to respond.
What did Lebanon do?
Damn.
Shit. Why did he ask that? What do I say? Do I tell him the real reason? No, my audience will kill me for being a Zionist. Okay, let's try this.
Is this an AI voice?
They just kind of were there.
That's great.
Hell yeah. Another slick political saved by boots on the ground, Hasan Piker. Damn, I'm good.
Even as a
Hasan saves the day, bro.
pro-Palestine activist, how does lying about this serve your agenda? All it does is further radicalize people. It removes any nuance, and it avoids any criticism for his team. And this is what continues to drive this conflict on forever. Hasan is dedicated to pleasing his radical audience, even at the price of knowingly lying to them for TikTok and Twitter likes.
I'm a propagandist.
Or he's being paid, which, you know, we can't rule out. What a pathetic propagandist piece of shit liar he is. And now, let's move to Hamas, the catalyst for this entire thing. They're the ones that committed this horrible act of terrorism, one of the worst the world has ever seen.
I mean, he lost a bunch of weight. He's going to be all wrinkled. He's got gray hair.
Without a doubt, the most extreme of all of these terrorist organizations. They are Islamic jihadists that want to convert all of Israel into an Islamic state under Sharia law. That's their stated goal. Hamas has
They're trying to raise babies to do terrorism.
been on the designated terrorist group pretty much as long as there's been a group. These guys have been suicide bombing civilians before ISIS leaders were even born. They fired 50,000 rockets into civilian populations and performed over 100 suicide bombings, killing thousands of civilians. Women are restricted from participating in the workplace and public life. Homosexuality is outlawed, and in some cases, of course, punishable by death. They steal foreign aid from the people of Gaza and repurpose it for military use, or they just sell it back to them. For example, why are all the Hamas leaders billionaires? And let's be real, these guys clearly are not skipping any meals. While the people of Gaza languish in poverty, these fine gentlemen are living in multi-million-dollar penthouses in Qatar. That lines up with leftist values, or, well, they were billionaires. Because they're all dead. They're killed. They're all dead.
Get fucked, rip bozos.
A bunch of psychopathic terrorists of the worst order.
I'm pretty sure Israel assassinated like all of them.
Oh.
Which, you know, fuck them, dude. They fucking support. They raise kids to be suicide bombers.
That's
like
terrible.
fuck each and every one of those guys. Just a bummer they didn't die earlier. That's really it.
And nobody would be crazy enough to defend them. No, is this Islam again? Hasan defended Hamas? Seriously? Okay. We had to make last-minute changes to this part.
Jeff,
to prevent
remember,
it from
Hamas
being
are freedom
age-restricted
fighters,
on
bro.
YouTube.
Just because
I
they
cut out
rape
the
and
footage
kill
from
gay
Hamas,
people and
I will
suicide bomb and
attempt
raise
to
children
narrate
suicide
it
bomb.
for you as best I
They're
can.
oppressed.
In this scene, an older woman is walking hand in hand with a girl who looks about 12. And as they're getting in the back of the van, one of the terrorists gives them a wave goodbye and says goodbye to them in English.
Goodbye.
And the two of them smiling wave back.
That's crazy, dog. Dude. Okay, that's crazy. That's crazy. That actually, okay, that's too much. That's more than I expect. Bro, every time they're releasing hostages, the next wave they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
These hostages are being released at gunpoint by the people who likely murdered their family in front of them before kidnapping them. Hasan peddling this narrative that they're sad to leave their captors is beyond disgusting.
I know. Imagine being so fucking retarded that you're like, bro, they were like chilling. They were so happy to be fucking captives, bro. There's the best fucking... They were the best. They had such a good time being a hostage.
What about Stockholm Syndrome?
The next wave...
Right, that doesn't prove that they were happy. That just means they had fucking Stockholm Syndrome.
They're gonna be like, actually, I'm good.
It's plainly obvious these are traumatized victims who are scared for their life and doing what the terrorists are telling them to do in order to avoid any conflict on the way out. Oh, look at the sweet masked terrorist with his AK-47. He's so nice. Did you guys see how he waves goodbye?
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. This is some crazy PR. They look traumatized as fuck. Wait, what? Bro, they look like they're chilling.
This girl who had her foot blasted off on October...
Look, he's watching people be released from being hostages after they got attacked on October 7th, the thing where a bunch of people got shot and killed and raped. And they're like, bro, they're just chilling, bro. They're vibing. What are you talking? Traumatized? What are you talking about?
7th and then operated on without anesthesia or painkillers is so sorry to say goodbye to her captors. She's gonna miss their hospitality. Like being raped and being watched showering and changing.
The next week they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Like, I'm staying.
It's so obvious the terrorists are telling them what to do. Ethan, how can you say that? They look so happy. Keep waving. These morons forgot to cut out this part. Yes, that's a terrorist giving them an order to keep waving. And she does. See how fast she reacts?
She's scared.
Totally.
Bro, and people in chat are spamming like fucking peepo wave and shit. Fucking disgusting.
Anyone peddling this nonsense should be embarrassed and ashamed. How pathetic can you get?
The next week they're gonna be like, actually, I'm good. Bro, they look like they're chilling.
All right, the Houthis is one thing, but he's not going to turn on Hamas propaganda videos and watch it on stream. There's no way. Okay, it's getting hard to defend him. Freedom fighters.
Are his eyes so close
musical
together?
shit.
Here is
Bro, why are you just roasting him? He looks normal. He looks fine.
Their own motherfucking sniper rifles.
He can hardly contain
Hasan.
his admiration for them.
Yeah.
Produces their own
I don't know.
motherfucking
He looks
sniper
fine. Again,
rifles.
he's the only guy who
Let's see
thinks
how long
Hasan's
he can
ugly.
go without offering any commentary or
I just-
analysis on this Hamas hype video.
The face.
The face is gross.
It's not. He's so real for that. He's so real for that. I want food too.
You'll have 2 bites and just throw it away.
Oh, he's eating it and he's watching the terrorism. That's
that
pretty
cod?
crazy.
He's
Oh.
the funniest thing about Hasan is he's just like constantly eating, and I think that's fucking like it makes me laugh every time. Like every time you see it, like if you watch a Hasan stream and you jump to a random point, there's like a 50-50 chance he'll be eating, and I think that's funny as fuck.
Why is that funny?
Because it just means he like does not try at all. He's just constantly like, you can't react to a video while you eat fucking food. So he's just like quietly eating food while a video plays. Like, what the fuck, bro?
What
It's
are
like,
you
hey, that's
supposed to
fine.
do? I mean,
No, I mean that's
like-
fine. Like he streams for like 8 hours a day, like 12 hours a day. Like I'm not knocking it. He just eats so much. It's like constant how much he's fucking eating. It's so funny.
Man, I want to eat too.
No, you don't. You want to take like 5 bites of something and then put it away.
This still counts as eating, bitch.
1 minute, 36 seconds. Nice. He's taken his time to analyze and think. I expect nothing less from a journalist such as Hasan.
Quiet, quiet, everybody. He's about to speak. He's gonna talk.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
We love you.
Journalism.
That was crazy, bro. That propaganda.
We'll
That was
continue
fucking
killing your
crazy.
soldiers by our locally manufactured snipers.
Oh, it's the artisan
there's
sniper
there's a
rifles.
message for the
Fuck
Americans
yes.
out there as well.
I don't get
They're
it.
saying like artisanal snipers. So, why am I showing you this?
Good question. Why are you showing us
What
2
is
minutes
an
of
artisanal
uninterrupted
sniper?
Hamas
Basically, he just showed Hamas propaganda of them making a sniper rifle. Like that's it. That was the They made a sniper rifle, and Hasan's like, bro, they're making artisanal snipers. So fucking stupid. Fucking god, it's so funny.
Just like they're musical people.
They're musical people. They make, bro, you better watch out, America and Israel. They're hand making snipers, okay?
Propaganda. I'm sure he has a good answer.
The reason why I'm showing you
something that fucking redneck schizos can do in their fucking basement. Jesus Christ.
I want to make a sniper.
You could do it. Pretty sure it's legal.
One thing that the Israeli maintenance of the apartheid has shown us is that there are no half measures on genocide. You either got to hit the full gen, okay? You can't do half genocide, a little bit of displacement, and then continue maintaining an apartheid state and maintaining an occupation, okay? Which is basically what America did back in the day when, you know, we were building America, Manifest Destiny, right?
Hold on. You showed this to us because of Manifest Destiny? What the fuck are you talking about? This is just word salad. I mean, he's really saying nothing here. So he has no good reason. Got it.
Okay, fine. He likes Hamas. He watches their propaganda. But he's not going to deny the violent rapes that took place. That is way beyond the pale.
There is one instance in captivity that we have actually gotten verifiable evidence on. Beyond that, the systematized mass rapes that Hamas dealt on October 7, not a single bit of that has been verified. And people still run with it over and over and over again.
Many young people who are simply attending
Rape apologist,
a
rape
music
denier.
festival. Women were horribly
Was he
raped.
pro-Trump or pro-Harris?
As I said,
Neither. He was fucking stupid. He was so fucking stupid. He's telling everyone like not to vote because they like weren't enough like him.
What is not voting gonna do?
Nothing. It just made Trump win. That's the fucking answer.
has a right to defend itself.
Because they were like, they're not progressive. The Democrats aren't progressive enough. Nobody vote. So now Trump is in office, and now he's giving Israel even more money. So if they're like so upset about Palestinians, why the fuck didn't you vote for the Democrats, you idiots? Jesus Christ. Donald Trump has literally said, I think Israel should just clean them out, just get rid of them. So it's like, dang, bro. In the next 4 years, Palestine might just not fucking exist anymore. Like, what the fuck? You people are so insanely stupid.
Well, he did it to himself.
Yeah, on our, like, granted, like, would Hasan saying vote Democrat have, like, swung the election? Probably not, but he has to take some fucking credit for getting,
I mean,
a certain
Taylor
subsection
Swift
of people.
couldn't even make Kamala Harris win. I don't think anyone
What
could.
rapes did Hezbollah do? Bro, what rapes did Hamas do? What are you talking about? The Stop Anti-Semitism account that considered me to be anti-Semite
that
of
was
the week?
so funny. Hasan got second place in anti-Semite of the year. Damn it. You'll get him next year, Hasan.
So funny.
Yeah.
Has also been hallucinating rapes once again. Doing rape fantasies once again.
Hallucinating
because they're fucking
rapes.
mentally
Yeah, bro,
ill.
look.
Hamas has
He's a
committed
rape
horrific
apologist.
acts of sexual violence and took
women and girls, men and
Or
boys
rape denier, maybe not
slaughtered
apologist. Apologist
after
would be,
enduring
he says,
sexual
well, no,
violence.
he is a fucking apologist because he does say the rapes.
It would be both. He's
Yeah,
both.
because he has come on stream and said, even if there are rapes, it would not change my opinion at all. So yeah, he's both. Hell
The
yeah.
deadliest day for the Jewish
He
people.
denies it,
Doesn't
bro.
matter if fucking
He's
rape
literally
happened on a
he's
cross.
literally Holocaust denying. Holocaust deniers like the Holocaust didn't happen, but if it did, it was awesome. Hasan's like the rapes didn't happen, but if they did, they're fucking awesome. That's like what the.
So he's like Candace Owens.
Exactly. He is left-wing Candace Owens. That is very true.
How
October
does
7th.
this?
Like that doesn't
How do
change
you
the dynamic
like?
for me even this much.
I don't understand how you
So
go
that's the
so
other part of this
extremist that
problem
you make a
many
full
people
circle.
can't contend with. Like,
I can't believe how quickly
That's just a
leftists
horseshoe
go
theory,
from
bro.
believe all women to Pixar didn't happen.
What's the horseshoe
The vast majority of people, if
Horseshoe
not all,
theory is that the extreme right and the extreme left are extremely similar, and that like that. So it's like a horseshoe, right? You have like the center, and then the extremes loop back around it on themselves.
Same.
Become the
But
same.
different.
Exactly.
all
Same,
who were
same.
raped were
Different.
murdered on the
Still
spot, obviously.
Dam Goldstein Almog was kidnapped from her home on October 7th by Hamas terrorists and was held captive for 51 days. Though only 17 years old, she witnessed the murder of her father and sister on that day and is
Oh,
now
horrible.
speaking out about what she witnessed in Gaza as well in a new documentary by Sheryl Sandberg, Screams Before Silence. In new footage, Agam reveals that sexual assault and rape was a regular component of the life as a hostage in Gaza.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
Hasan, maybe you would like to call her a liar. Please, go right ahead.
It doesn't matter.
Fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
See, it doesn't matter if they did. They didn't happen, but if they did, I don't care. Fuck you.
Dozens of testimonies from witnesses, most of who were in hiding and heard or saw it happen. And each week there's more stories coming out. There's a UN report that concludes it happened.
Doesn't matter.
But Hasan needs a rape kit from a mutilated body. It's so vile to deny the suffering and trauma of the victims just because you need your heroes at Hamas to be perfect. This conflict will never end until people realize that Palestinian liberation and Israeli security are not mutually exclusive. You need both, and it can be done, but not while people like Hasan lie, propagandize, and incite hate. It's people like him, ironically, that prolong the conflict indefinitely. There's no space for conversation, there's no space for rational thought, there's no space for nuance. My position on Palestine is like 5 degrees off from where Hasan is, and to him and his community, I'm the devil, I'm a Nazi. It's delusional thinking, and it's destructive to their own cause.
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th. Like, that doesn't change the dynamic for me even this much. God forbid you throw up the fucking green Hamas banner. What is it?
And now, let's move on to our next terrorist organization, Twitch TV.
That's where we are!
Sinwar, Nasrallah, Dan Clancy. Of course, I'm being a little silly when I call Twitch a terrorist organization.
He's the
It's
CEO
only a
of
megaphone
Twitch.
for terrorist propaganda. Dan Clancy has been the CEO for a few years, and under his leadership, there's been a few notable instances, one being reducing the premium subscription split from 70-30 to 50-50, which he reversed after backlash. He also attempted to ban the size of sponsored logos on stream to 3% of the size of the screen, was also reversed after backlash. So he's essentially achieved nothing. Oh, well, there is one thing. He actually laid off 900 employees.
Oh my gosh.
That one he did not take back. But here's where the trouble begins.
Is he also the
He likes
CEO when the
Hasan.
nudity thing happened?
He really likes
Yeah.
Hasan. Let me read you an excerpt
Wow.
from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy
Yeah,
mostly
whoopsies.
watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys leftist political commentator Hasan Piker. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes. Don't you think that might be part of the problem there, Danny boy?
Doesn't matter if fucking rapes happen on October 7th.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts,
He doesn't
let
really
this settle
look
the
like
matter.
he would be a
Just for
CEO.
clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Yeah, see, this is the Twitch happy birthday I was telling you about.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after this. This is crazy. Oh my god.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Oh my God, this is so cringy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hasan.
Happy birthday! Happy birthday!
I've been looking
Okay, but
around
if
and
he
I
sang me
genuinely
happy
have
birthday, I'd
never
be like,
seen
"Oh."
another video like this.
I mean, yeah,
anywhere,
but you don't promote
where
terrorist
Dan
propaganda,
Clancy
so.
or any top executive forced all these poor sons of bitches
I
during
could.
their lunch break to gather
I'd
around
recommend
in the
against
crew
such
room
things.
and sing happy
Hey, I mean, it's
birthday
working
for
for him.
Hasan Piker. How humiliating
Just gonna get on that
is
commie
There's
grift.
also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore
Is
clips?
he a communist?
Basically.
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay?
Basically doesn't mean yes.
Suppose you want to check
I mean,
out
he
the stories
supports-
to
Don't
see
wanna
what you
eat
missed
boogers.
yesterday.
He supports
You click
communist
there,
shit, so.
And now you're in your stories feed.
So it's all women.
Yeah, the point is that he follows
Okay.
Coomer streamers.
That's very nice.
Yeah.
That's
That's
also
gross.
I don't really care, I have to say. The fact that he masturbates to random Twitch e-girls, I don't give a fuck about this at all.
It's gross still.
I mean, the only gross thing is that they're technically his, like,
I don't care about your
employees, I
opinion,
guess,
shut
but
up.
I don't give a fuck.
Suppose you want to
I
check
said I
out
don't
the
care about your
stories
opinion. Stop talking.
to see what you missed yesterday. You click there. And now you're in your streams.
I hope he's giving them lots of money.
They all get paid pretty good. I don't know. If you're like a titty e-girl streamer, as soon as you get to like 1,000 viewers, you're chilling.
So I need to just have my boobs out.
You know, Dan,
It's gotta, I'm telling you, gotta do that hot tub streams.
If it didn't happen twice,
You don't want me to do hot tub
roll it.
streams.
You want to
It's true.
see clips? Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips.
Oh.
The clips are, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all, it's gross enough you're a creep, but what an incompetent idiot you are. You're the CEO of Twitch, and you get caught with the fucking... You get caught with the girlies on your homepage twice? Bro, come on, dude. You got wife, man. Got daughters.
Oh
You
my
don't want that.
god.
Don't want that in my head, bro.
Why
It's
is
also
it
a little bit
daughters and he's
disturbing
doing all
considering,
this?
you know, he's these people's
I still don't
bosses.
care.
Okay.
All right, so he's incompetent.
Nobody asked you.
He's a creep.
I'm just
He's
saying.
protecting terrorist propagandists.
Of all
So
the
what's up? So
issues
what's the big
that
deal
Dan
with Dan
Clancy has, him being a
Well, what
gooner
happened
is
next
not a top
is
issue
what
for
really
me.
I
made me
think
realize
gooner is
how
most
corrupted and rotten
nasty,
Twitch
heinous
is
shit.
to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hassan's main
Based.
moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers, but somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know. It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is, so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
I find ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated $10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the difference.
This is a cracker take.
Between, like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is.
I know. Imagine somebody gives $10,000 to something you support and then you call them a slur. Pretty cool, bro.
But I don't need to put your...
Also, while she's e-begging for rent.
Yeah, damn. That $10,000 would have really helped her.
Yeah, what a fucking loser.
Money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate.
Holy shit.
About whether that's
Cracker-ass
worthwhile.
take. I know Arabs are dying, but you know...
Oh, fucking God.
I'm not going to tell you to donate.
What?
Do whatever you want. Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not going to promote it. Just don't say
Even though he is promoting it. He literally just fucking promoted it.
He was saying you should, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
He literally said that.
Yeah, like she's just such a like she has so few fucking brain cells. She like couldn't even rub that shit together. Like that's how fucking retarded she is. She like couldn't even understand what Ludwig was saying. Like holy shit.
$1,000 in. Look, if you're not actively believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like,
Chump change. Also, please, please pay for my rent. $10,000 chump change. Please give me $1,400 for rent. Thank you.
Imagine being Frogan, a leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream, and telling displaced and famished Palestinian children, "No kids,
goddamn funny.
you need to give that $10,000 back. Ludwig didn't pass my purity test."
keep your fucking money.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. The U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD. Oh my god, I want my fucking Camaro, no student loans. Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully
She's a bit of a bad
outraged
lady.
a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
She's reacting to herself.
She got banned. So she's reacting to that. What got her banned?
And they posted it in my head. I'm like, base? Base?
What a fucking cunt.
Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines. But wait, there's more!
Okay, 6250, 9/11 baking stream with Raph and Capri. If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake.
Look, I'm down, for 9/11 jokes. Those can be funny. But the thing is, I get the impression she unironically.
$6,250 to see some bitch bake a cake.
Hey, people will do it. People will fucking donate. That'll happen.
I guess.
And we'll make it
Seems
airplane,
a little
and we'll
in bad
9/11.
taste.
I would say
Recreate 9/11.
I would say the main problem with it is she probably, the vibe I get, she supports 9/11. No bueno.
Yeah, I feel like it feels weird.
Yeah,
This tweet
it
was the
feels
final
like
straw.
I like
you can
9/11.
see why it
Is
would
October
feel
7th,
weird.
Yes.
2023,
Very visibly.
The morning of the
Yes.
massacre at 5:30 a.m. Pacific time.
Definitely
At this
feels
moment,
like
Hamas
I
militants
support
had infiltrated a
9/11,
music
and this
festival
isn't like an
in
edgy
several
joke. I just
kibbutzim,
support
where they began their
9/11,
wanton
but I'm gonna mask that as a
suicide.
joke.
Here's what she tweeted.
I feel
Leftists
like.
preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution.
Did you pause it?
Yeah, I mean, you're gonna say something.
Oh, I was waiting for him to finish. What is she? Is she like Arabic? Is she Muslim? Is she like?
I don't know. What she is like a Hasan dick rider. So she was Hasan's mod, and then she started streaming. And you need to understand how you can make a career by just being Hasan's, like around Hasan. Is she doesn't stream.
You can make a career by being around any sort of
Yeah.
celebrity.
No, but you don't get how like insanely pathetic it is. Is that she only streams when Hasan is offline because all her viewers watch Hasan. So she's literally like a Hasan waiting room. Like when Hasan's offline, that's the only time she'll stream. Otherwise, she gets 0 viewers. Like it's just so sad, dude.
Happening in America.
I mean,
and as soon as it
why
happens
would
in the
they
Middle
watch
East,
her
what they're
if
doing is wrong.
they're
It's not
only
what she said.
interested in her
It's
because
when
of
she
him?
said it.
I know,
While she's on
exactly.
Twitter
So
celebrating,
it's
I was
pretty fucking
listening
funny.
To the local news in Israel. Families
There's
were
literally
calling
the other
into
things you don't understand. There's like 5 or like 8 or something like big streamers that are all like that. They all just stream when Hasan's offline. Because if they stream when Hasan's online, they get no viewers.
News stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
Well, I guess that makes sense. You would rather stream when you can get the most views.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this is audio of people getting killed during the October 7th stuff.
Jesus Christ.
איפה אתם? יואו, ממי, צריכים מיקום. תתחברו, תמצאו מקום, תתחברו. אבל אני אוהבת אותך, אנחנו בתוך הרכב. אי-אפשר לצאת. אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, ממי, צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long. Dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this. This woman should have moved on years ago to another profession. But for some reason, Twitch is obsessed with keeping her on life support. And instead of moderating her, they actually gave her an award, Together for Legendary Woman, in which she would get front page placement all year long. This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Award.
This
an
is
award
so
put on
funny.
by her friends. And then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again.
Oh.
Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice.
She got Rising Star twice. It's so fucking funny.
Wait, did she get Rising Star twice, or did
She won the award, then she got nominated again because apparently she didn't rise that much, so she was still in the midst of rising.
Right.
And you have to understand, it's run by people who there's like the Poggers. This is weird, like clique called like the Poggers community, and Hasan's part of it. So Frogan's like tangentially part of it. So it's like. It just is such a clear, like, nepotism bullshit. It's so fucking funny. It's so fucking funny. God, I love it. Fuck.
Seems just rather disappointing.
I would agree, yes.
It's up or it's down.
But as a
man.
professional
You were
hater,
never
it
up.
brings
That
me
was the
much
problem.
joy.
They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit?
Well, you know.
Because
Since 2021,
Frogan
that's a
is
long
the
time.
two-time
She's
Rising
been on the
Star
rise
champ,
for
and
a
because of the
while.
massive
She
viewership
hasn't
of
risen
100
yet,
concurrent
but
viewers,
she's
it only
heading
makes
there.
sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment. Her idea that was Twitch approved, an Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra. Now, why does Love Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like this is fucking funny. It's like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they
Imagine
have
imagine being like, Jewish people made hummus. This is literally cultural genocide. They're literally genociding our culture.
What does that even mean?
It doesn't mean fucking anything. It means absolutely nothing. It means nothing. They're just using the word genocide because it's fucking scary. Like, it's literally, even if, let's say that like Jewish people are stealing the concept of hummus from Arabic people, like what genocide? What the fuck are you talking about?
Who fucking cares?
Yeah, exactly. It's a fucking insane, stupid point. Just trying to use the word genocide to like continually like lambast.
Assassination and shit too.
They say all kinds of stupid shit. It's just a way. It is an attempt to like lambast Jews even more for just no reason, for absolutely no reason.
audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America. Insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like it's okay. People like white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys. Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag, here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create Sabra.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point.
It's so funny when she's saying they and referring to Jews. Fuck.
Exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is
I hate these people.
coming mostly from the left And yes, I know this
It's
dipshit is
gross.
also Jewish.
Weird.
Incredible. He
Yeah,
picked
it's
up
just
so
fucking
many tokens,
anti-Semitism,
he
bro.
actually became
Anti-Semitism
one.
that's being astroturfed to try to give this bitch a career by fucking Twitch.
And by the way, everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all this in mind, it's really not a
bit.
stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one.
Also, this panel's just so cringe. Like, they're all just so fucking fake sounding. Like, everything they say is, like, forced, and I fucking hate it.
There's that one
That's
bitch
good.
wearing.
All right. Turn that up. Turn giraffes.
We
turn
all
that
know
up.
where this is going.
You guys are missing a category for Zionist. That was a joke. That was just a joke in my.
Stand up.
See? Like, what the fucking Jesus.
Well, obviously it's Love Sabra.
There's a panel
right?
at
Yeah, it
Twitch.
has to be.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a panel sponsored by Twitch at TwitchCon.
This just seems distasteful.
Yes. Very distasteful. I would agree.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit. Kind of weird to be like the best people are Arab and the worst people are the people who love the Jew hummus.
Or Jewish. Period.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK and he told her more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pull me, one of the best known Jewish creators, and immediately put me in Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists, once again calling out my Jewish identity.
Dude, where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish, why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail, one of the other most prominent Jews on YouTube, in the category next to me when he's not even featured in the game? Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein?
Oh my God.
Seth Rogen? Schindler?
Einstein was
Well, he
Jewish?
wasn't Jewish, but
Yeah.
they would put him down there, let's be real. It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So Love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist. And what about the
It's pretty
title?
bad.
How Arab
Klein's
are these
wife is
Twitch
very
streamers?
pretty. I don't know how
Hold on a minute.
actor.
I thought this was about hummus. You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So you're telling me you understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible, blatant, obvious anti-Semitism, and this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even possible? Right in front of their sponsors too. Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the
Thanks for the
detriment
follow,
of their own
Mercury444.
company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's
Oh,
exciting
shit,
to be
no.
here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And, looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you
Oh
care
my
to comment
gosh.
about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch? Ban. Why the fuck
Bro.
is the CEO
Isn't that
banning-
just like so fucking pathetic? You're the CEO of Twitch and you're in a controversy about anti-Semitism and every response to a question about it is to fucking ban them? Like, holy shit.
Well, I guess from his perspective, what else are you supposed to do?
Answer the question. Just say we're working
How
on
can you
it.
answer the question?
Just-
I mean, I guess.
just be-
he
no,
needs
or
a
you-
PR manager.
He does.
He needs a PR manager because he's fucking up being weird with his Twitch stuff. It is
Yeah,
weird. You can
he-
say it's not weird, but it's weird.
It's pretty bad.
He is clearly allowing propaganda and anti-Semitism to run rampant, specifically for Hasan, his favorite Twitch streamer. I
His-
feel like
his
maybe
favorite
he's a little
boy.
bit too biased. He's a bit too biased. They need someone maybe who's not into Twitch that much.
To be CEO of Twitch, I
Yeah.
kind of agree. It would probably be better if someone who like doesn't care about Twitch was the CEO of Twitch. So he
Because
could
at
like
least
more
at that
object.
point, it would just be all business.
Yeah, he
'Cause
would
it's a
just be.
business.
Yeah, he would just be like, all right, fuck these guys. Like they're fucking it up. Smack.
Yeah. I
Like,
feel
they-
like that'd be better. I
They
mean,
they don't even need to ban Hasan forever. They just need to like.
don't they ban Destiny all the time? I mean,
Destiny's
he's a
banned
bad,
forever.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's a bad. What's it called? Example, I guess, because he's fucking weird too. But
Yeah, but he was
ban all of them.
he
Like,
was
but I
banned
guess they bring in too
forever.
much money.
He was banned for like a stupid reason. He was banned forever because he was debating people on whether or not trans people should be in sports, and he like flippantly said like, I'm not gonna.
What's your stance on that?
I've literally said I'm well like I don't want to get banned. So anyway,
Oh, fair point. Fair point.
Destiny got banned because he flippantly said he was like, I don't want to debate these fucking inbred degenerates. And he was specifically just referring to people who like debate him about this issue. But then trans was like, or what am I saying? Twitch was like, he called all trans people inbred degenerates when he clearly fucking didn't. And then they perma-banned him and he's never been unbanned. And then you have Hasan being like unironically supporting terrorists and not getting even a single ban. Like, this is fucking stupid.
People
But,
for asking
okay, I see.
reasonable questions about a relevant controversy they've been in. What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered around the same time
Israel's
as this
banned
Arab
from
tier
Twitch.
list that Twitch
So
had
for a little, he's gonna explain it, but I'll explain it real quick right now. He basically, after the October 7th attack, Twitch banned everyone from Israel from signing up for Twitch, and didn't tell anybody.
Why?
They said it was a mistake.
That's not a mistake.
Yeah, and that when people
That is
would put
very
it,
clearly something that's targeted.
and people would put in support tickets, and they would just be like, "You're not allowed to make an account. Whoops, closing your ticket. Bye." So yeah,
see.
pretty
What about,
bad.
like, in Gaza or in Palestine or whatever.
Nope, they're fine.
Oh.
So only Israel.
secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, Twitch does not want Jews on their platform. He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call on others globally to act, which he thinks is an odd coincidence. They were never notified in any way, and it greatly affected their business. He says he doesn't feel safe with Dan Clancy in power, as he feels he can no longer trust him. When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything that suggests that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that unfortunately you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time.
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know?
It was a
This is all
whoopsies.
very
We didn't mean to.
A big
Whoopsies.
media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account
PR
signups from
managers.
Israel has completely flatlined.
Yeah, but
You're
like how
telling
a
me-
PR manager won't matter if you have a CEO who's like not gonna ban Hasan. So
I suppose so.
that you guys didn't notice that. That's
His- like,
impossible.
I don't-
His ties
Then,
annoy me.
at the same time,
You don't like how
it
it's
was
not
announced
pulled all the way up.
that Sneeko, Fresh and
That was also
Fit,
driving me crazy.
and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all unbanned, and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, you know, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad.
Clancy's PR antics are so shit. Just do the same shit every other company does. Make some vague apology, not really addressing the claims, but apologize for general problems of the platform. It's what every other I know. Yeah, I would agree. I don't understand like how he can't, or just like I just don't like how do you ban Israel for a year? Like what the fuck? I don't understand how you ban Israel for a year. Like how do you make such a like monumental brain dead fucking mistake? Like what the fuck?
They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later. All three of the accounts were
I mean, he clearly just
eventually
doesn't give a
rebanned.
single
But the
fuck.
decision to unban those three
I wonder how
creators
much he gets
at
paid.
that exact time and
Sure, we
being
can look it
three
up.
of the best known
Let me look it up.
anti-Semites on the internet seems
What?
to clearly
look up.
be trying to send a message. And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and
It's true. Oh, never mind. It just says the average compensation for executives, which
community
is not helpful.
guidelines was previously fired
how much
from
would
her
it be?
job publicly
200K.
by the British government. Why?
But he probably gets more than that.
She does not like the Jews. That's right. Their head of trust and safety was
What's his
previously
name?
suspended
Dan?
from her
Clancy.
job at Ofcom for being
Oh,
too anti-Zionist. And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV. Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened. That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite. Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th.
She went to
People are
University of Santa
posting
Barbara?
Screenshots of them donating to Israel relief
bitch, I
funds.
went to
Shake
Berkeley.
my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive. This entire family was murdered in cold blood by Hamas terrorists on October 7th. Bridget, who did these little girls oppress? How can you act so high and mighty for your cause and be so callous and inhuman for the innocents on the other side? This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing. Is that some kind of joke? Is this what inclusion looks like at Twitch? Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite. Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011.
Oof.
This one, however, is from 22.
That's an oof of a
Sarah
tweet.
Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact, who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about anti-Semitism.
I know. Imagine Kanye West, probably the most like well-known and influential artist alive right now, is being anti-Semitic, and so a Jewish person is like, "Why is no one complaining about this?" And then she's just like, "This is like when I worked under 2 fucking Jews."
Goddamn.
This is the same energy as working for fucking Jews. And she runs.
They really hate Jews out here. They really hate the Jews.
Yeah, she runs trust and safety for Twitch.
I wouldn't really care about any
Awesome.
of this if she wasn't the head
what
of
is trust
fucking
and safety?
diversity at Twitch. What the fuck is happening here?
What
This
is trust and
insane.
safety?
So with
That's a great question. I don't really know. I assume it's something to do with the rules of how Twitch is enforced. I don't know what else it would be. It's trust and safety.
Okay.
It's like
That's
maintaining.
what I was assuming too.
People
But if that's the
deciding
truth,
what
then
is
I
and
guess it
isn't
makes
okay on
sense.
Twitch, There's no
why.
surprise that you
There'd
end
be
up
so
with
much
these
anti-Semitism.
extraordinarily uneven
Yeah,
enforcements of
that's
the
what he's
rules.
talking about.
Take, for example, this clip of the streamer
Oh, look, they're gonna show you
who
the
was
clip.
permanently banned for what he said here.
It's
what we
that
were just
community
talking
is
about.
never worth engaging with. There's just no point in doing it. Like it's too the risk of me like ending up getting like permabanned and my life destroyed because of these like inbred fucking disgusting losers is like it's just not worth it. It's just totally not worth it.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude.
I wonder how long it
A
took them to
nation
find all of these
entirely
clips of him saying
comprised
inbred.
of messianic, inbred.
Supposedly Ethan was like gonna be off for like 2 or 3 weeks or something, and he just dedicated the whole time. So he probably watched a fuckload of Hasan.
Ultra orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks
calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs
It's always
outside
so
of campus.
fucking weird when like he's just laughing at like a clearly not funny weird thing, and then he has a guy next to him just silently watching.
Inbred asses shit into
that's how
southern
I feel.
Lebanon, telling us that
It's
we
the
are all
same vibe
inbred.
as when he had Nimp on, and he was showing the fucking terrorist propaganda video.
we
Like
have no
Jesus
culture.
Christ.
Yeah.
You want to see clips?
Inbred, 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 inbred.
The clips there, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
اسأل أصحاب الفخامة والمعالي واسألوا عن الحشد العسكري.
Hasan,
Seems like
a
it's a
non-Jewish
content nuke on
person,
Dan
is
Clancy,
referring
too.
to Jews as
Everyone's getting
inbred,
nuked.
consistently throughout.
No one's
his
safe
career.
from this.
Inbred, ultra orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis.
How do you even like?
What
how does
Houthi
a
would do. You
company
should tell him that.
Zero
like
punishment.
come back
Hasan,
from their
what-
CEO getting like fucking?
You fire the CEO.
How do you fire a E CEO?
The board of directors fire him, and and Twitch is owned by Amazon, so Amazon can fire him.
That's
And
fair.
terrorist propaganda
Jeff
with zero
Bezos.
critical commentary.
Bezos, get on it. Daddy Bezos, swoop in.
What's your stance on this, Jeff Bezos?
Zero.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done after this for sure. For sure he is. For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22 in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed
That's
as an
crazy.
invitation to someone in his
Guys,
fan base to
anti-Semitic
build
remarks
this
from
weapon and then
neo-Nazis, not okay. But from Hasan, totally okay with Twitch. Exactly, bro.
assassinate this sitting congressperson who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats. Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods.
And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a
Bro, he's got a Dance with Dragons in the back. That's a great book.
disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to just, it was so, like, solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point.
This is the
Right?
other reason
We would-
why, even though Destiny's a gooner, he's based. He makes these people so angry that they want to kill him. One can
I
only.
just don't understand why anyone would be so mad that they want to kill some loser fucking
Well, you don't understand the dialectic, okay? That's the problem. Because all these communists, like we're going back to the beginning of the stream. We're talking about historical materialism, dialectical materialism, where it's basically like every single time somebody is like inserting into the dialectic like anti-communist stuff, it's like slowing down the progress of socialism and communism. So
I
that's
just feel
like,
who fucking cares? Who gives a shit?
well, they do because they want their utopia. Literally, like you have to understand.
Good fucking luck, I guess.
Stop. You need to like understand their headspace. Their headspace is literally like you are stopping all of humanity from living a perfect life. Like that's literally what they think. So it's basically like, imagine if you unironically believed that you could like bring heaven on earth, and these people are slowing that down. Like that's where their headspace is at.
Even if they wanted to try it, they wouldn't be alive to see it.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Like if you still think that like utopia, heaven on earth is like possible, like you'll do anything to get there as quickly as human. Even if you won't live to see it, like you prefer to like push towards that. So that's like what they think. They think that like destiny or like people like me are like unironically stopping that from happening.
People like you don't matter because you have such a small voice.
How dare you? True though. But I would still get shot, especially since I'm going to be a corporate lawyer. It'll literally be like C-suite executive. Like in the revolution, the people who are going to get shot are going to be like CEOs, their executives, then the corporate lawyers. I'm like third on the list of people who are going to get fucking executed.
We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and it would be so easy.
Thing that happens, I mean, like, holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
He's a dumbass.
Actually,
Yeah, he's a
Mike
fucking
from
idiot.
PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
This man put
Maybe
a
he is a
bounty
bimbo.
on a fellow streamer's head. This man should not be getting a 3-day suspension. He should be getting a knock on his door
But he
from the
spoke at
FBI.
Oxford, so.
I made this video for 2 reasons. First, to stop
So we
Hasan
can't.
infiltrating mainstream media. Hasan has been welcomed by many mainstream outlets. They view him as a friendly social democrat, as someone who's just trying to spread progressive politics online to an important demographic. But we know that's not true. He is not their friend or their ally. If you ever see Hasan rubbing shoulders with anyone from mainstream media, let them know politely, with all the civility in the world, what kind of person he is when he thinks
Is that his
mainstream
fucking
media
Gucci
isn't
button
watching.
up?
Help them understand that his name should be
The painted
associated with
nails.
people like Nick Fuentes and Alex Jones, other
giving-
fringe, radical,
giving
political commentators.
Give me ick.
Number
Effeminate.
2, Twitch must be held accountable. Twitch has proven that it will not change by choice, and so it is our moral imperative to enact that change through any reasonable means that we can. Samsung, Chevron, and Capcom. Twitch has given them a lasting association with a racial tier list with Arabs at the top and Jews at the bottom. These brands have every right to know, and they should. We all recall YouTube's adpocalypse. It happened when ads were running over ISIS recruitment videos, and it caused a brand exodus. The same thing is happening now on Twitch, but instead of ISIS, it's the Houthis, Hamas, and Hezbollah. Dan Clancy's refusal to moderate extremists is the only reason for any of this. He is the sole person to blame. He had so many opportunities to stop this. Ultimately, after dedicating months of my life to creating this video, I am left with one overwhelming conclusion. Fuck this dude.
Make the rich
Base.
pay. He is the rich.
Yeah, he's like the mega rich. He's the like fly first class everywhere, own a
To
100,000.
Japan.
Yeah, own like a $200,000 car, wear a $10,000 outfit.
my-
Rich.
Oh my god. Oh my god, we fucking made it.
It's
Holy
over.
fucking shit, dude. Holy fuck.
Communists are so unique. I mean, they will pander to other far left ideologies like anarchism to try and bring about their ideal society, but then when they have power, they will kill the same people that helped them bring about the social. Yeah, it's literally because of the thing I just said, where they're like, "No, you don't understand. You're fucking up the dialectic, bro. You're slowing down utopia. So you gotta die now. Rip. That sucks, bro. You weren't socialized correctly. Bummer." It's so fucking stupid.
Yeah. I don't understand communism, man.
It's okay. I'll just keep telling you about it as I read, and you'll learn through osmosis.
I mean, like, I'm understanding it, but I'm also just like, I just don't understand it.
You need to just get in there. You need to understand that they just believe, like, you just need to understand what they believe, and then, like, what they do makes more sense. And you have to assume that they're not, like, faking it. You have to assume that it is, like, unironically, genuinely, 100%. This is, like, literally what they believe. So when I say some shit like they believe, like, the dialectic towards the creation of, like, literal utopia is being slowed down by you speaking against communism, and that's how they justify killing you. It's like literally, that's not like hyperbole, and that's like unironic. Like, I don't know. I just find it crazy when I'm talking to someone or watching a video, and I'm like, this person literally wants to, like, kill me. Like, this person thinks I should be dead. That's pretty wild.
That's sad.
Yeah. So, like, that's a bummer. Fuck those people. They're evil. I hope they all fail. Fuck them.
I don't want people to die.
Exactly. All right.
Let alone you.
Well, stream over. Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell. And make sure you follow my Twitch accounts, that way you can tune in live next time. Thank you.